or if I sleep. What that means is in all stories, there are 3 playable characters. And you have Terra, Ben, and Aqua. All stories means you're going to play as all of them and complete the runs for all 3 characters. In an average BBS stream, usually people will pick one, grind it out, play it a lot. We're not going to do that. We're going to see how much the game can screw us with all of them quickly. Oh yeah. I love it.
Essentially what I'm trying to do is he does a very specific set. Let's go! Take that! So, especially on crit, Terra's orbs are not as bad as the other characters because he has way more chances to hit them into. Yeah. So that was pretty good.
Orbs is one of the 2 fights where all 3 characters show up at the exact same time. BBS's whole thing is that each of the characters visit the same worlds, but they visit different areas of the same worlds and have different fights and all that fun stuff. But at the very beginning and in the middle, they meet up, and you do the same thing.
Yeah, the stories in each of the worlds, they're kind of portrayed as like they arrive in those worlds at like certain times, and they just miss like running into each other, and then you kind of run in.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, are we good?
Okay. So more RNG. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I will try.
So he got exactly what he was looking for there. He was looking for that little yellow flower thing. It's a wayfinder, and what that does is when you're in a D-Link, you have chances to get them as drops, and they basically level up your D-Link. And what that means is
that's good audio-wise.
They basically level up your D-Link, and what that means is what that means is you gain extra commands, and in most cases you get an additional finisher. So he's gonna, since he's got the vengeance one, he's gonna try and get the upper
There
one
we
as
go.
well.
I like this.
Or did you get both?
I got both.
Nice. So usually that takes past us, I don't know, like 45 minutes to get on average. Like.
Oh yeah. I've been stuck here 52 minutes straight without getting either D-Link drop before. It's a lot of fun. It's complete RNG. And it's really important because the D-Links are basically this game's version of summons, and they're unbelievably broken.
Yeah. So, you might have missed it at the start, but before he went into that last fight, he did a menu where he shoved on EXP 0. So basically, one kind of trait of BBS is that level 1 is incredibly broken in this game, to the point where not leveling up is actually better than leveling up. So.
Oh yeah, leveling up is actually.
Leveling up is so slow compared to not leveling up. So.
Like, in most of the RPGs you see in this marathon, they're going to talk about how they effectively level up so they can get stronger. Just, nope, that's dumb.
Yeah, we don't need any of that in BBS. We just go. It's fine. We don't need EXP.
Yeah, EXP isn't important. At least not for us. You will actually see me intentionally killing stuff, though, because we don't level up, but our commands do. You see in the bottom left that it says commands over it. It's called a command deck. So the way this game works is all our RPG abilities, so our limits and our magic and all that fun stuff, go into something called commands. And these commands actually level up as you use them. And as they level up, you can actually combine level up commands with other leveled up commands to make stronger commands. And especially in Terra's run, we're going to abuse that to try to get some very strong commands very quickly.
Yep. And in the fight that he's in now in Wheelmaster, after he went in, he took a slight step forward before going into the Bendy link. And basically it's sort of like a mini AI minute. It kind of because like you're stood right in front of the boss, he won't do his attack where he jumped. And oh god, that was so lucky.
Straight away.
So
Yep.
and then when he hits second phase,
All right.
No, because he got the
what
2
now?
drops.
I have the 2 drops. It's fine.
No. Do not do not worry about it.
Okay. Game audio down some more. So, say hi to some. So, say hi to some good old movement.
yes. Nice, you got it. So basically, Sonic Shadow is actually the main use that we use it for in Terra is for movement in this room specifically. You can lock onto anything basically, but the pots are the main things that you want to lock onto, and you can lock onto one necessarily within the draw distance of the camera or the game itself.
Yep. Also, this Vision Fire chest. The devs didn't think we could get up here till we got high jump. They didn't think that through very well.
Yeah, if you kind of wedge yourself between the bush and the wall, you grab onto it. So, and grabbing Vision Fire, not only is it an incredibly good command, especially on level 1, it's also it sells for a crap ton of money. It's so much.
Yep. So, say hi to more Floods, and say hi to Magnet, probably the best single ability in this game.
Yeah. So he's going to be looking for the second aqua level up in this fight. You want to get it by the end of this fight, but you also don't want to kind of get it in an awkward place in the middle, because then it kind of just makes everything really awkward to deal with.
Yeah, you'll notice that I was actually intentionally jumping in and out of Aqua's D-Link. I got it, yes. Okay.
You can show it off then.
I'm intentionally dropping in and out of Aqua's D-Link because when you drop in and drop out and go back in, Magnet just... normally these commands recharge on a timer, but if you go in and out, the timer just doesn't happen. You can just spam it. And I'm paying special attention to what enemies I'm killing, because I'm looking for them to drop blue D-Link orbs in order to refill my D-Link and be able to do that.
Yeah. So, he got the drop late, it doesn't really matter, but if you get the drop at an earlier point, you can like, you can go out in and out using Mind Square and Magnet, which is God knows how much stronger than Magnet into Thunder. It's actually ridiculous.
And this strat's really, really neat. I discovered this by accident during a world record run, actually. So, you deal enough damage to this guy to knock him down. Now it's RNG. I want him to do exactly that. Okay. Use Mind Square, wait, use the finisher. It'll actually hold him in place to where the Mind Square deals extra damage. And I got 1 cycle in a marathon run. What the heck?
Can you see this? Where is it? Where is it? Yes!
Easy, every time. That's how much damage. That's how much damage the Mind Square does. Just that finisher holds Mirror in place, and while it holds him in place, the Mind Square just continues to do damage through a lingering hitbox, and yeah, he just blows up if you time it well enough.
Yeah, so basically, what EXP0 actually does is it basically, the easiest way to explain it is it normalizes your damage based on the battle level of every world. So basically, it just gives you a damage buff on everything. But certain commands and certain things like finishers get such a damage buff that it's actually ridiculous how much damage you can actually do with specific combos of commands and different combos of commands with finishers and things. Terra doesn't get to abuse it as much as Ven and Aqua say, but he gets it a few times, and that's one of them where Mind Square is amazingly broken.
Mind Square is pretty broken without it, but with it, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, like Mind Square is good without EXP0 on, but with it on, it's.
You might have noticed a pattern with the Magnet's Thunders by now. Yeah, that's the most effective way to deal with mob fights in this game, because this is critical, which is the hardest difficulty, and this is level 1, and while level 1 lets us deal a lot of damage, we also die in 2 hits to everything. So...
Yeah, and in some cases you get one shot by things, so...
So the best thing we can do is use our magnet to just control the mobs and try to make sure that they stay out of our hair.
Yeah, and Magnet and like Magnet Thunder in of itself does a lot of damage because when you use Magnet and then Thunder, the Thunder hits the enemies in and out of the Magnet as well as the damage that the Thunder does itself. So, like, it looks like he just blasts some health off, which is basically what he's going to be doing to a lot of enemies here. He's gonna be specifically moving enemies around into different positions to pretty much clear up the way for Cinderella to move.
Yep.
Because pretty much as long as there's not an enemy in front of her, she won't stop. So
don't want her to stop.
Yeah.
So all 3 characters have an escort. This is Terra's. I think Terra's is by far the best.
I differ in that opinion greatly, but
because to me Terra's is the least annoying because you can just magnet stuff.
Whatever
and
you
it's
think,
really
bro.
not a big deal.
So, in the start of the second bit, he's basically gonna move around these two of the bruisers, or each former enemies. So
Wellspring, holy crap! What is this run?
World record incoming, guys.
Apparently.
So, the way enemies spawn in this are not only based on your proximity, not only based on your proximity, but it's based on what enemies you've killed prior.
I can't with this run right now.
I can't, dude.
I cannot. This is not BBS.
Yeah.
This is not the BBS I know and love. Oh, by the way, there's a wave of unversed that spawn here. You don't have to deal with them at all.
So basically the final wave only spawns when Terra walks up to a certain point. So basically by standing back and letting her run all the way to the end, they never spawn. God, I can't believe you got a Wellspring drop. You got 2.
Uh-huh. That
God
only
damn
saves
it.
like 8 seconds, but whatever.
Still. Yeah.
So,
Whatever, dude.
yeah, this is going decently so far. We're coming up on our 3rd boss fight of the run.
Yeah.
There are a couple different strats you could do for this guy. I like the one where we get to just make sure his instruments don't do anything, ideally.
So, personally, is going to be using Magna in Aqua D-Link to deal with this guy.
I also looked at
Because,
Aqua's finisher. Her finisher does a good amount of damage in and of itself on level 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, these instruments,
Yeah.
they normally just run around, they try to hit you, they're a real nuisance, they can just stun lock you instantly and murder you, but they also get caught by magnet like everything else,
Which I just find hilarious. I've always found that
actually
hilarious.
funny.
It's so good that they just get caught in magnet.
And Music Maestro always jumps on crit. On beginner, there's a way to kill him before he does, but that's RNG.
Yeah. Yeah, basically on crit you can't basically blast through his health bar fast enough to prevent him from jumping. On beginner you can.
Yeah.
But it's dependent on how good your mashing was and how your damage was.
Yeah.
But on crit you don't have to worry about it. Crit he dies at the same point every time. So
Like, if you think I'm dealing a lot of damage in this run, you have not seen beginner.
yeah. Yeah, beginner at that point in the run you do a lot of damage.
Beginner is something else.
Yeah. So he's going to do a quick menu here after grabbing this cure chest. It's going to be just like melding a few of his commands together. Wait, do you do that here? Am I thinking correct? Yes, I am. Yeah.
Yep. I'm just you know how I said these commands level up and make stronger commands? That's all we're doing. We're aiming towards getting a lot of Magneras, because Magnet's just really, really good. Also, counter hammer, that does nothing until later in the run. Air slide's kind of useful in like this upcoming world.
Yeah, you actually kind of need it for a little bit of movement for speedrun purposes, but it's not really required in Terra's run at all to beat the game. But in order to go fast, you need to put it on.
Yeah. I also equipped the Keyblade, because why not? Actually, why not?
Yeah, I know, yeah. So technically, Keyblades do absolutely nothing, but
Literally
Pestilus
nothing.
Pestilus wants to just style on people today.
I'm just going swag mode, dude. Why not?
Yeah. But basically, with the way EXP0 scales your damage, your Keyblade does not matter in the slightest. Your stats don't matter at all. So you always do the same amount of damage depending on the battle level, take the same amount of damage depending on the battle level. And he just decided to put the best Keyblade on. Look at it.
I mean, it's gorgeous. Why would you not put this on?
Yeah, I know, right?
This is some bad RNG of the floods. Ideally, you want them to all get caught in the magnet, but floods are floods. They can go underground,
Yeah.
be a nuisance. It happens. Oh, that was nice of him to get caught there, though. So I can do that, go into Aqua D-Link, do some nice little magnets and thunders. Aqua's finisher can kill 2 of these idiots, which will spawn the next wave. Unless I get scared and just kill 1. So many D-Link levels. Last wave,
I know, right?
Magnet's pretty neat. That's really all I have to say. Pretty good.
Yeah, so basically these guys will spawn all around you. And there's a slight audio cue. I can't imitate the sound in the slightest, but they make a little sound and then they dash at you.
Wait, there's an audio cue?
Yeah, there is. Basically, you can hear one of them jumping in the background if you really listen.
Yeah, screw that. I don't have sound.
I play with no sound, and even I know about the audio cue, man. Come on, like.
Well, I played with no sound right now, so what good is an audio cue?
I feel like a cheat when I get to do like marathon runs with like headsets on because I can hear everything. I'm like, oh.
No, Drizzy, I can't read chat. Hey, dude. So, we're going to go up and around here because we want some of these commands to level up. We also want these chests really, really badly. Because this has a fleeting, which is good, and this has Thunder Surge, which, oh my gosh, Thunder Surge, guys. I can't explain it. You'll see. I can't explain how good Thunder Surge is.
Yeah. If you've ever played BBS in your life, you will probably be aware that surges are very broken commands. Even on level 1, they're incredibly broken. They give you tons of iframes. They do so much damage. They're just so good. Yeah, so he was just getting a bit of CP during that entire segment there. Because he needs to level up the binds because he wants to make some ignites.
I screwed up. Okay, we'll deal with it. I was going to use, I was going to get a magic case there, but it's not a big deal. So I made some new abilities here called ignites, and a while ago I got a fire dash. Fire dashes are really just used to make more commands, and the ignites are actually really good. Ignite is a single target ability that does a set amount of damage over time. And it's really good on level 1 because it does that set amount of damage, which means our level means jack all. It'll do the same amount, which is great.
And it also, when you cast Ignite, it actually, the initial hit of it stuns enemies, so you can use it to, basically in the fight at the end of Radiant Garden, you use it to hit the boss out of certain things. So, next up, Trinity Armor, which I'm pretty sure Pestilus will show appropriately.
Maybe.
Yeah, so basically he's gonna get, he's gonna get into Firestorm and try and abuse the finisher and Firestorm as much as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, this fight can be pretty scary. It's actually very possible to get completely
we're gonna have to do
obliterated by this fight if you're not
This is weird.
careful. The only difference in Terra's fight is that in Terra's fight he charges into Terra for all of his charge moves, which he doesn't actually do with Aqua and Ven. He actually goes at each of them.
Say hi to the insta-kill laser.
Individually. Oh yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. It's an insta-kill.
Yeah, that laser there is in fact a one-shot. You have just enough in your dash ability to go through it, but you've got to time it. Oh, and if you saw, Aqua actually got hit by an Invisa laser. So basically, when the pieces of Trinity Armor die, it leaves basically an invisible hitbox there, which basically houses like a mini laser, and this laser is it's nearly like if Pestis got hit at this range of health, he would have died. He would die.
Yep.
It is nearly a one shot.
Yep, it's pretty done.
Yeah. So you have to be wary of them as well. Both the arms and the leg pieces can spawn invisible hit. So you have to be very wary about where they are.
We will see Trinity Armor 2 more times.
Yeah, so there's 2 more chances for Invisilasers. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, 2 more chances for Invisilasers to kill me. That'll be fun.
Yeah. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
So, we should probably explain the command styles a little bit more, because that'll be important later. So,
yes.
us going into Firestorm, that's a mechanic called a command style. You'll see in the bottom left next to commands, there's a meter that fills up whenever I hit something. When you fill that meter up using certain types of attacks, it activates things called command styles, which lights your character up, gives them new abilities, all that fun stuff. Like, when I use these fire dashes, that puts me in the Firestorm command style, which you saw, because I was using fire-based abilities. And Firestorm is probably the second most useful command style throughout this entire course of this run.
Yeah, as Terra, Terra, like, the issue with Terra and level 1 is that Terra doesn't get as many abusable things as the other characters, which is the whole reason why he needs ignites and fire dashes to make surges, because we don't need surges with Ven and Aqua because they have more abusable things. But Terra doesn't have as many, so we need to basically circumvent that with the next best thing, which is ignite and surges.
Yep.
Oh yeah, shoutouts to the hit strats.
Yep, say hi to Breg, this fight sucks.
Yeah, so he's just gonna ignite and then guard against Breg. Whenever he does the purple charge up, ignite into Thunder Surge will stun him out of it. So he can now just kind of sit here and wait. This fight, you can't really control how fast it goes. It just kind of happens how fast it goes.
Because there's also a glitch where, depending on where he is in his animation, when you try to ignite him, the ignite can whiff, and he can just stand there. And if you try to attack him, there's like a 50-50 chance he'll just do nothing. And it sucks. Yeah. And I nearly died there.
Yeah, because... Oh god, he went to shoot you.
Yep.
Yeah, so this fight looks relatively easy, but it's actually very possible to... It's very easy to die.
It's very easy. The way I describe this fight is it's not hard, but it's punishing. Because if one of those shots hit you, it stuns you, the next 3 hit you, and you're dead.
Yeah, like, you just can't survive, because he's even got, I think you've got 1 or 2 HP boosts.
I think I have 2 HP boosts, and I would still die.
You have 2, and you still basically get 1 shot if a laser hits you. Like, HP boosts help just enough, but not against Breg.
Yeah, just Breg is a terrible fight. It's not a lot of fun. I've lost a lot of runs to that fight.
Yeah.
So, we're on to the best world in the game.
It's time for the first of 3.
It's time. It is time.
We're going to Disney Town. So,
why would you ever not go to Disney Town, man?
Yeah. So basically, every character has a mandatory mini game that they have to complete in Disney Town to progress the story. So what Terra gets to play is lovely Rumble Racing.
I'm sorry, what's the real name?
I was gonna say, but as we lovingly call it, it's Kingdom Carts.
There you go.
So this is actually, sadly enough, this is technically the only one that you have a very real chance to lose a bit of time on. And there is a very high potential that you can get bodied and just lose in this.
Oh yeah,
so
this game's dumb.
Yeah, so the AI, they rubber band super hardcore. It's actually
just
ridiculous.
Don't watch me during the game, just watch the mini-map. Just watch these guys.
It's so ridiculous, because they rubber band.
I'll go for it. There we go.
Because he's taking the shortest route, and they still catch up to him or take over him at some point in each lap.
There you go.
You went for the
squeeze. Is
that
later, alligator? Let's go. Good voice clip.
But then on the 5th and final lap, they all play like trash. They all fall behind. They rubber band so hard, and then they just all go at like a slug's pace in the last bit. Yeah,
the only way you can lose this race is if you get hit by the tornadoes on the final lap.
Yeah, if you get hit by the tornadoes on the final lap, or if you get hit by the tornadoes 2 or 3 times and you get unlucky with enemies using attacks on you, because you can attack each other during this. Yeah. As you can see, he's got commands. He's got accelerate, brake, skid charge, and barrier. Skid charge is actually an attack that you can use to attack the other racers.
All I use is brake to like quickly just go in whatever direction I want to.
Yeah, because turning in this isn't really turning. It's more edging to one side.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, sorry, I had to mute for a second because I sneezed.
Pretty much. Fun game. Sub 2?
Yep. Sub 2?
Yep.
Sub 2? Sorry, I'm like 5 seconds behind, so.
Barely, but sub 2. Also say hi to 3 cutscenes.
Yes. Yeah, so basically, because Pestilus is playing on a file set up for all stories, he has to watch 3 cutscenes at the end of every Disney Town. On PS4, this doesn't lose that much time because the load times are so fast. On PS3, it was actually quite a hefty time loss to have to watch them all. But the whole reason why he has the file set up, so at the end of all the runs, he doesn't need to do anything else. He can just save the upper run straight away and then start the end of the game.
Yep. Like, the way that this run works is that at the very end, we don't just play all 3 characters' stories, we also do some endgame content called Secret and Final Episode. The way you unlock that is you collect something called Xehanort Reports, which you get throughout the game, and a couple are hidden in non-game areas. Hi, Flood. That's kind of you, while I explain stuff. And one of them for Terra is hidden in the Mirage Arena, which is an optional, like, boss rush sort of thing. Which, we don't want to do in the middle of the speed run. I would literally go insane.
No. And something that I actually want to mention about, like, during that force fight, when he was doing the hits into Thunder, because technically you could Magnet Thunder, then just walk away and the enemies would die anyway. But through Pestilus' own diligence, he found out that if you let the Magnet kill them after a single Thunder, you get slightly less CP than usual, so he has to go for the hit to gain as much CP as he possibly can.
Yep, CP is the levels for the commands. I don't know why it works the way it does.
No. So then that's why you see him doing these swings and hits to birth all the Thunders, because he needs to get the optimal amount of
just
CP to level up his commands. Yeah. It's still not guaranteed, there's still slight RNG with it, because this game's weird, because you can still get crits on level 1. So if a crit does occur, he won't get the max amount of CP while doing his stuff, but as long as he's doing it the way he's doing it, he's attempting to gain the maximum.
Flame Salvo's level 4. We should be good.
Nice.
Yeah, what I want to happen here is I need the Flame Salvos to be level 4 and Fire Dashes to be level 3. We just got that in the 6th wave, so we're good.
Nice.
In PB, I actually had to leave this area and kill an extra wave
Yeah, because as much as we harp on about like all this stuff, and another reason why crit is, and another reason why level 1 is so much nicer, is because EXP in this game is weird. It kind of, you get what I like to call EXP variations. You don't always get the most consistent amount of EXP every time. It's kind of weird. And this comes from my background of playing beginner a lot, so I understand that sometimes like the game is weird about how it offers you EXP, and especially when you got EXP Walker involved. Yeah, jellyfish are dumb. Oh god, don't die, please.
I'm not.
So yeah, jellyfish are actually pretty broken at killing you. So.
Oh yeah, jellyfish are the scariest enemy in this game. They are actually terrifying.
Nice, you got Gold Rush, the best finisher.
Yep, that's needed. You'll see that in just a minute. So I'm going to... You notice I was getting a couple of cures earlier in the run. I'm equipping those now and taking out my fire dashes, because my fire dashes are leveled up. They're ready to meld. We're all good. My cures need to level up now.
Yeah.
And
also, Zack's a very scary fight.
This
Both
fight's
of them
terrifying.
There are two, and Pestilus goes for the scarier version where you actually hit Zack. So.
Oh, yeah. The not scary version is you just run away and ignite him.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do this fight, but I found out if you hit him, it's faster, turns out.
Yeah.
But god, is it terrifying, because that little strike he did, it's an insta-kill, and
yeah,
if I had ignited him right there instead of waiting, he would have actually murdered me, because I could not have gotten out of my ignite frames, and I would have just died.
Yeah, so Pestilus does this fight in the optimal way, which thank God.
Is there such thing as an optimal way for that fight?
Oh no, I thought no, he
also,
was jumping
this
back
fight's
and I
cool.
was like, yeah.
This fight's cool. So a long time ago, we got a chest with flame salvo in it, the shotlock we've been using. The shotlock does 0 damage. However, the iframes on this thing, as you can tell, are insane.
Yeah. You can at the start of every fight with Act 2, he does what's called a desperation move or a DM. So, what Pestilus does is he does this kind of quick little combo, and then he basically forces him to DM over and over and over and over and over again. Yep. And he basically uses the iframe salvo. You can actually dodge this DM, but it's incredibly specific.
It's dumb, and especially as Terra, because Terra's little physically unviable dash thing we use to get around, it's great for getting around. It's the best character movement in terms of actual movement. But it has basically 0 iframes in terms of using it to dodge.
Yeah, it's got enough if you're incredibly good at video games.
Am I going to get the optimal kill here? Yep.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So... Oh, nice. You got the 2 hits. Oh, Thunder Surge kill. Hell yeah. So, that was Zack 2.
Yep, iframes are OP.
Yep.
Also, hardest fight in the run coming right up.
Oh. Yes, it is. It's the most pointless fight I've ever seen in a video game. I've never seen a more pointless fight. I don't know how Pestilus does this, but I hold right and mash the hell out of X.
Yep. So... Same. Same. Although, no memes, I have died to this fight before.
I don't know how!
Before I could even move, the jellyfish just murdered me. Before I could even move, they somehow killed me.
Look, I have never seen that before in any capacity. I've never seen anyone die to this. I've only heard of Pestilus dying to that fight. It's basically 50 seconds of nothing.
Yep. Also, to answer chat's questions, we're not done with Zack yet. We'll see him again as Aqua later.
Yeah.
So this force fight's actually really interesting. Because all of the weird magnet finagling we do to try to always have a magnet up, this is the epitome of it, is this force fight.
So basically, the whole idea of keeping a magnet up, it basically stops enemies from obviously moving around and doing stupid things.
Like
But
that guy.
also, also you want to make sure that as soon as enemies spawn, oh, that guy's teleporting around. So basically, you want to make sure as soon as enemies spawn, they get pulled into a magnet so they can't mess you up. So by continuously cycling in and out of Aqua D-Link and your current magnet areas, you can basically keep everything stunned for the whole thing.
Also, are you ready to hype up this movement coming up?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
I don't have to get the chest, so we're going right for it.
We're going right for it. You, like, we now get to do the cool way on both beginner and crit.
Yep.
Because on beginner, we used to have to do the boring version on PS3.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, it's absolutely magical. I can only say this just worked. So...
All I can say is Enchanted Step is broken. That's really all I got.
Yeah, he flies. It's weird. If you lock onto enemies, it kind of reacts weirdly to ledges and things. So... And then it tries to home in on enemies that you've locked onto, which is the whole reason why it flies up the wall. Because it's not like... Because you can actually do that with regular surges as well. If you lock onto it and then just like start mashing surges as you're raising up the wall, you can still make it up there. It's just that Enchanted Step does it in one move. But yeah, 2-2-1. He's going to do basically the same thing he did to break, because obviously most of our commands are useless.
Yep.
On a crit.
2-2-1 just flies around like a madman. Am I dead?
Don't tell me you're dead, please.
I'm not. But I nearly was. I kind of screwed up there, so you've been noticing with my shot locks.
Oh, no!
I've been trying to get to 6 and above. The reason for that is when you get to 6, you have the fast animation where he shoots. When I didn't that one time, I got slow animation, and then I nearly died.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what I was doing with shot lock, that would be it.
Yeah, so basically he's trying to abuse the iframe shot lock to...
These guns are
basically,
scary.
yeah, it's basically to get in slightly more damage while Ignite's ticking off, because 2-2-1's actually kind of not an enemy you want to run up to and attack, like he did with Zac. And also, these guns can be considered 2-2-1's DM. You can either dodge them how Pestilus is dodging them, where you just run around in a huge circle, or you can stand in one place and guard them. But as soon as 2-2-1 exits the guns, he basically goes into a different phase where all of his attacks either get faster, and he does 1 extra of most of his attacks, including that dash. In the previous phase, he only did 2 dashes, but as soon as he exits the gun, he does 3. Cool. That was a pretty decent fight for
Not
getting
bad.
guns.
I died there in PB, so OP.
Oh, nice. OP.
So we're coming up on the hardest force fight in the run, in Terra's
Yes.
at least. So you know how we love Magnet Thunders, and they're just the best thing ever? It would be a real shame if Square Enix purposely designed enemies that don't get affected by our little combo.
Yeah.
I mean, that would suck.
Yeah. And they did it anyway. So basically,
the start of this
gonna
fight's
deal
pretty
with,
cool.
Yeah, so basically he's gonna deal with the start of this fight with all the enemies that get caught in magnet the
How
same
did
way
I get
that
3
you do in...
Wellsprings?
Did you just get 3 Wellsprings?
Yes.
Nice. So you see the big monkey that spawned? That's a wild bruiser. They aren't affected by magnet and are very, very scary enemies. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna do a trick with Ignite, where if you change lock-on at a specific point during Ignite's animation, it actually it actually hits multiple enemies at the same time. So basically he can cast it on more than one. That was a very good fight.
Yep. Okay, shopping time.
Nice.
Let's go sell all our crap. Not a lot of extra crap this run. Oh, I got a Kiraga. Never mind, we're good.
We're Gucci, guys. Don't worry about it.
So, in this game, funny thing with money routes is you have to pay a lot of attention to what extra stuff you pick up, because that can affect where stuff is in your menus. Like, no menu in this game is 100% consistent,
No.
because what drops you get just change everything.
Yeah. So basically, menuing in the reason why menuing in this particular game can be hard is because not only are the menus can be very unresponsive at times, and if you drop one input, I don't even know what happens, but
You just sit there.
You just make all the mistakes as soon as you drop an input. But with random drops and basically things like that, because even items can change the positions of commands when you move around the menus with your R2 and with your L1 and R1 to get around faster. So
Say
you have
hi
to be wary of
to
all
the
that at
true
the same
villain
time.
of BBS.
Oh yeah, it's time to put Peter Pan in his place.
His place.
Not defeat.
His place
not
is
defeat.
over in the corner.
Yeah, put him in his place. It basically means hit him until. So that's what Pesla's gonna do. He's basically gonna go ham with Ven D-Link.
Yep. So, Ven, what we didn't explain earlier is that all D-Links get a passive ability whenever you level them up. Ven's passive ability is attack haste, and it just makes you swing your T-Blade really, really fast.
Yeah.
Terra's whole stick is that he hits hard but attacks slow. So, get Ven D-Link, suddenly he hits hard and hits fast.
Yeah. Aqua's speed with haste is ridiculous, though.
Aqua's is just stupid.
If you've ever watched a no commands run where they use Ven D-Link a lot, excuse me, her attack speed is so quick, it's unreal. Right, so this is Terra's
Ow.
Jelly Shade fight. Did you get hit?
Yes.
So basically, this fight functions very similarly to how 1K functions in the 1000 Heartless fight functions in KH2. So basically, not all the jelly shades are spawned at the same time. They're actually JPEG images if you really want to a bit of information there about this game. On PSP, they were all JPEG images, so hype up that stuff. Basically, when you kill one, another one spawns, and basically you just have to kill enough of them in the proximity of the area to basically end the fight. It's actually kind of random how fast or slow it goes. You basically just have to, you basically accept any fight you get because you can't really control how fast it goes because it depends on how many spawn and get pulled into the magnet and die.
Yep. So, final menu of Terra's run. We have a bunch of stuff to make. So you've probably been wondering, hey guys, you talk a lot about these commands. What exactly are you trying to make with them? Thunder Surge. A lot of them. We like Thunder Surge a lot. And a Fire Surge for good luck.
Yeah.
We're also
nice
going
little
to
Fire Surge.
get these... The whole reason we have this magnet and these cures is because we're getting abilities called Second Chance and Once More. These abilities essentially make it so that one combo cannot murder us, and so that we can survive any one hit on 1 HP.
Yeah, so basically what Second Chance does is Second Chance basically makes it so you Second Chance makes it so you can basically survive any big hit, so say a one shot. And then basically what Once More says is you can survive any combo that hits you. In this game, it's actually kind of interesting because it's not actually very specific about how long the combo has to be.
It's very
basically,
dumb.
Yeah, as long as you're not touching the control stick, Once More lasts for way longer than it should. So if you abuse that in the right situations, you can stop yourself from dying very easily.
Say hi to Master Jedi Ericus.
Yeah, shoutouts to Mark Hamill.
Yep, Mark Hamill's great. So, this fight's really, really cool if it goes well.
Yeah, this fight's actually easier on crit than it is on than it is on beginner. It's really quite
so hard on beginner.
Yeah, it's because on crit you can rely on Once More to basically win this fight for you.
And an ability called Renewal Block that we noted earlier. I bought a level 1 block earlier so that I could meld it with something I have called an Esnua. Melding it with that created renewal block. What that means is I don't just block damage with my block, I also recover HP based on the amount of damage it would have dealt. So ideally, I just Thunder Surge Mark Hamill in a corner over here, and eventually he's going to retaliate. And then when he retaliates, I block his retaliation, it heals me, and we do the whole song and dance again.
Yep. The whole reason why this is... Oh, don't tell me you're gonna die.
This is weird.
Oh god. He's gonna DM.
Not DM, surprisingly.
Oh, dude, you didn't die to him. Nice. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, you can guard the fire pillars. It's pretty good.
Okay. He trolled at the very end for no reason whatsoever. Which is the one scary part about this fight, is we only have one cure.
Ooh,
if he trolls us once, we can just one cure it away, but if he continues to troll us and not counter, that fight gets scary, because he can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, so basically, if he had not started that attack that he did at the very end, Pestilus would have had a very high chance of dying, because if he teleports behind you, he tends to do his slash attack. And he just doesn't leave you alone. He just goes. So...
Yeah, you can actually block the fire pillars. I was tempted to shotlock, but I knew that it wouldn't kill. And I also knew that he had a chance to just kill me after the shotlock. Say hi to Tornadoes. Little do you know, you don't have to fight anything in here. If you just go near the hitbox of one, and then go near the hitbox of the other, it stops another one from chasing you. And,
so basically, as long as one's chasing you, you can't get caught out. Terra basically has no issue getting through that room.
Okay.
So he can just not worry and dash all the way through.
If you have never seen a Birth by Sleep speedrun before, this strat needs to speak for itself. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we'll just let it play out.
First, I have to not die.
Yeah. So...
Ow.
We spoke earlier about finishers doing a lot of damage. This is when they really show that they do a lot of damage.
Watch his HP gate. Just watch. Bye-bye.
And, yep, cool. So, here we go.
Ban the pan, man.
Ban the pan, dude.
You want to explain what that was while I just loop Xehanort over here?
Oh god, yeah. So basically, I explained what XP0 does earlier, where it normalizes your damage. But basically, what it means is, everything does a set amount of damage. Your attacks do a set amount of damage. Your finishers do a set amount of damage. Your commands do a set amount of damage. But your set amount of damage from finishers, basically, if you use finishers that hit... I don't know, 30, 60, however many times, if you apply that finisher damage that you get from the buff, like 60 times, which Shawbill basically does, it turns 1 HP bar into basically nothing. So, it's incredibly easy to finish most endgame fights in BBS with Shawbill.
Unfortunately, that is most. We cannot kill these next two with Terra with it.
Yeah, so basically, we would actually use it on Xehanort. We would either grab a balloon letter at some point, or take a death if we could use it on Xehanort. On Xehanort here.
Yep.
Because it would be faster than what we're doing here. But
yeah, just try to loop him with some surges. So, my Keyblade's going to go away. I'm going to change costume real quick, and I'm going to go in the tank. Rebel, take it away.
Yeah. So Pestilus is gonna kind of let me talk during Terranort, because he has to concentrate. Yeah. So Terranort, he has 3 phases based on where his HP's at. So during the first phase, he kind of dashes around a few times, he slashes at you, and he uses the finisher of Dark Volley. So basically what Pestilus is looking for, he's either looking for Dark Volley or he's looking for the attack R Solemn, where he basically does the combo that he's that he just did. And basically, he'll Thunder Surge or Fire Surge through Terranaut at very specific points, and it kind of loops him. It's not exactly consistent. He just has a very high chance of doing Ars Solemn again if you use the Surge at the right time through him and you finish your position at a certain
Yeah,
point.
it tends to be based on where you are in position to him. If you are close to him, he tends to want to do it again, so I'm trying to manipulate his pattern like that.
So now Terranaut's doing his DM. He's been in second phase for about a bar and a half of HP. Second phase is where he can start DMing. After this DM, he'll use what's called Dark Curaga, and he'll heal himself. The most cures I've seen in this fight is 5. I've heard of someone getting even more screwed. Oh, don't die, please. Good. I've heard of someone getting even more screwed, but generally the common fight you get, he cures about 3 times. Hopefully, there's a second one. Hopefully, it doesn't screw him over too hard, because it can. Okay, good.
Yeah. The other interesting thing with this fight, you're wondering, hey, why are you not using that Peter Pan thing? We'd love to. Peter Pan works great on this guy, but you might have noticed our Keyblade changed, and part of that is our D-Link meter's also been blanked out. As in, the game just stops us from using D-Link, and it stops us from using our fancy, stylish Keyblade. For no real reason, it just does.
Yeah, so basically it's lovely story reasons why this happens. So...
we'll talk about the story when this guy's dead, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. Oh god. Here we go.
Okay, he's almost dead. So the main RNG element is this guy is as fast or as slow as he wants to be, because the timing is all about his DM. Just that meteor attack, he can do it as many times as he wants. Ooh, those iframes.
Nice.
And it takes a ton of time, so that's really the biggest RNG part. And he's dead.
Oh, your iframes! You absolute genius.
So that's a Deathless Terra segment. Before we go and move on, we first have to witness Terra just magically sprout out a cape.
Yeah, it's a marathon lore that we need to show.
He just grows a cape randomly out of his back for no reason.
Here we go. Oh, there we are.
For no reason whatsoever.
I absolutely love that, bro. So...
all of that was... literally all of that fight accomplished is Terra grows a cape. That's it. Like, he fights to get his body back. He doesn't get his body back. He fights to do anything to sedate Xehanort. Doesn't work. He just grows a cape. That's all that happens.
Yep.
That's the only thing that fight accomplishes. And it's the scariest fight in the run. It's the reason that I'm one of the few people who's dumb enough to run Terra at all.
Yeah. I can't. What happens with me in Terranaut is I get so overexcited. I'm like, yeah, he's dead, and then I die.
Yeah.
Every time.
You noticed all the times it looked like I was going to die? I had that under control. Rebel was freaking out over here.
I was like, oh god, don't die. Yeah. I'm fine with every other character, and I can survive in any other situation, but Terranaut, no, I just never survive. So, right, Orbs with Ven. So, Ven actually starts in a different... They all start in different positions. Ven starts in a position where he can use a Flame Salvo on the Orbs, which is actually kind of useful because...
Flame Salvo's good.
Yeah, because Ven's regular... Oh my... The backhand hit. Basically, Ven's regular combos are absolute garbage, so being able to Flame Salvo right at the start is very useful. So, that was a very good Orbs.
Yep.
So being able to Flame Salvo at the start makes him so much easier. Terra and Aqua actually start in the optimal positions. Ven just starts in just a weird position, but it's better for him that he starts there.
Ven's first couple waves are consistent, because the shot lock's consistent, and then you need to quick blitz a couple orbs together to kill him in the second wave. Third wave's complete RNG BS.
It is, yeah. Are you gonna do the bounce?
Oh, I forgot.
No bounce.
I forgot.
You can... So, basically, you can bounce off of the world that we just left, the land of departure.
Muscle memory, dude. I forgot.
Yeah. You can bounce off of the world and then enter Dwarf Woodlands, and it saves. I think it's something like 4 frames. It's such a minuscule time save, but it's the swag strat. So I told him to go for it, and he didn't do it, man.
Yeah, muscle memory. Sorry, dude. So say hi to dwarves. Rebel and I recently made this fight dumber.
Yeah, we recently destroyed this fight and made it
even more stupid.
even more dumb.
Okay, I have to. Yeah, I screwed up. Oh well.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna have to.
Yeah, it's fine. So ideally, Strike Raid and Sliding Dash gets you into Fever Pitch immediately and kills that first box, but whatever. We're just going to Fever Pitch Sneezy over here. You can like
so
whatever dwarf you want. Sneezy is the worst. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So what happened at the start there? His Strike Raid just kind of was at the wrong angle, so he didn't
That's
get
at
the
the right
amount of damage. Oh, did you get the angle? Hell yeah.
Yep.
So the third box is Pestilus found that you can position yourself in a certain place and then throw a Strike Raid, and it hits the 4th dwarf that we're gonna break out the box. And then what I contributed to this is at the end, if you get a good sneezy pattern or a good sneezy position, which well, basically the grumpy stuff stops you from doing it. You can actually kill the box that you threw the Strike Raid at before the minecart comes up and around, and it saves a very minuscule amount of time, but it's much worth it.
Yeah,
it basically prevents you from having to wait for like 2 to 3 seconds for the minecart to come through the door, basically.
Yeah, all of that dwarf stuff is very specific. It's like routed in such a specific way to try to kill them all just quickly and not have to worry about anything. Like, it really shows how much time has gone into specifically routing every element of this game.
Yeah, no, this game, because I've been around with BBS for like 4 years, so over the last 4 years, this game has changed so much over many different routes off of all the different characters and different difficulties. People have even the whole reason why the Aqua beginner route exists is because somebody routed standard for Aqua and they just applied it to begin. So, and then someone else took that route and then made their own version of it, which is now the faster one. So,
yeah. Say hi to Snow White. This is my least favorite escort.
And ironically, this is my favorite escort.
Oh, go figure. Oh, okay.
I hate Cinderella, but I like this one. But I think we can both agree that Jacques is garbage.
Jacques is a dickhead. Absolute dickhead. So, we're using the cool ability here called Mini to destroy things. Like, the trees have a gimmick where you hit square, X, whatever. We're using a cool ability called Mini that shrinks little unversed. And you can just shrink them, and it deals damage, and it's cool. And apparently I didn't stop Snow White long enough. This little freaking...
Yeah, so there used to be a little joke here about the one frame tree reaction command, or RC as we call it.
Oh, I've gotten it before.
Yeah. There is like a frame where if you hit it at the right time, you can do it. But you can make it consistent by stepping in front of Snow White for a couple of seconds, stopping her from moving, and basically letting the tree walk forward a little bit more. And that's basically what prevents it from being stopped. So,
Shoutouts to Rebel for dying in this fight in GTQ.
Oh yeah. To be fair, he did the one attack that you really can't dodge in, like, the close proximity.
I'm aware. I'm just shouting you out right here. That's all.
Shoutouts. I've died in every way possible to every fight in
Same. Like... I've done that with Terra and Ven, so I get it. Anyway, we've been picking up ethers as the world's gone on, so we can do this. Ethers recharge our focus meter, so we can do more shot locks. We're doing 11, and exactly 11. Why 11? Because 11 hits him 14 times. Doing any more will not hit him anymore, will not deal any more damage. And the 11 just uses our focus meter in the most effective way to not lose time to the shot locks and to deal the maximum amount of damage.
Yeah. There's actually a couple ways of doing this fight. Pestilus likes doing it with 4 ethers. I do it with 3 because I just prefer that variant of the strat. So I have a slightly higher chance of dying, but that's just how I've always done the strat and prefer how to do it. He just grabs the extra ether on the way. If I get an ether drop, I do the 4 ether strats. But
well, this run has gone well so far. You ready for it to die?
Yeah. So we're coming to Castle of Dreams, which is
where dreams go to die.
Where dreams definitely go to die. So we need to get there's a short grinding segment here. By short, I mean anywhere between about a minute to, let's say, infinity. So
quite literally.
Yeah. So we need to get at least 3 fleeting crystal drops, which we use Snow White's D-Link that we just unlocked from Dwarf Woodlands to get, which has a command called Treasure Raid, so we can throw that at enemies, and that tries to force a drop from them. It doesn't always work, but it tries.
Up.
Hell yeah. My strat. That's my strat. BT
yes,
dubs.
it is.
So, and then also we need to get 4 D-Link drops. We need 2 for Terra and 2 for Snow White. And basically, this segment is complete RNG. There's not much you can do to help it. So hopefully it goes well.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if it doesn't go well because it's a marathon run. Who really cares? So
world record pace, dude.
Yeah. Well, considering they started the timer late, definitely world record pace.
I mean, details.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But yeah,
So-
we are level 1. We don't give a crap about levels. We don't gain levels by killing these guys with the yarn ball anyway. We just want tridents.
Yeah. You actually don't get any experience, command points, or anything like that. I hate you. You got a shivering drop.
What in the what? I'm confused. Okay.
Oh, you haven't got enough?
I don't know how.
Still not enough?
I don't know how.
So yeah, Pesla's gonna have to bail out early, and then basically make this into at least a 2-room. Hopefully it goes well. So he's gonna go back into Terra and go in again, and then he's gonna try and get his fleeting drops. Oh, still no drops. Feels bad, man. I hate you so much.
What? What'd I do?
You got 2 shimmering drops.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I haven't gotten anything. What are you yelling at me for?
So yeah, I'm just mad about beginner because I never get any drops. So
I never get any drops on crit, so it works both
so
ways.
yeah. So this is
Hey!
This is going about as swimmingly as it usually does. So
Especially in marathons.
yeah, there's not really much that you could do here. You actually require all the stuff that we're getting from this grind to actually complete the run fast. So it's
Yeah,
not like
it's-
you can grab a couple of things and then go.
Hey,
No,
well
you
spent.
you basically have to get everything. Nice. That's a 25-second time save.
Hooray! But no, you legitimately have to get everything. It's like, if you try this run without doing this, you're adding on like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's quite substantial how much
There's Shu.
this actually matters. Nice.
Need one more fleeting, one more D-Link. There's the fleeting.
Nice.
Let's get out of your game. Come on. Come on.
Right, so all he needs is a D-Link drop, and then he can continue.
Then I can continue with our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
There it is.
Nice. So you didn't have to leave the room.
Yep. So to answer questions I've seen earlier, we are going... Ven is somewhere in between in difficulties. Terra's by far the hardest. Aqua's by far the easiest. Ven's just kind of in between the two.
Yeah.
But Ven's whole thing is Ven can't do anything on his own. On his own, Ven is useless. Absolutely useless. However, Ven really, really likes friends. Yep.
and he gets use of some very, very good D-links. Terra's a very good D-link.
Don't tell some people in some high agencies what I'm doing right now. They don't need to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, shoutouts to my good friend Punchy for the Berserk strat that Pestilus is currently doing. So basically, at the start, Lucifer can hit you with like three or four different attacks. If you stand in his face, there's two that he tends to do. One of them's a claw attack. The other one is when he hits the floor. If he does the claw attack, he can hit you with...
Don't say the name.
He can hit you with any other... what, the cat? No,
No, the shit government agency. We don't want to know.
Yeah, no, and when he hits you with any other attack, it puts you in red health. And I'm not... I don't think I've ever... I don't think I've ever told you the whole reason why we actually meet when, because I was at uni and Alfie came over to my flat and he was like, I've been looking up what dealing abilities do, and I was like, oh really? And he was like, Terra gets berserk, and I was like, what? And then it turns out they just works on level 1. So basically, because Punchy decided to actually look up what dealing abilities do,
Go figure.
we found out how to go fast in speedruns.
Speaking of going fast, you'll notice that Ven's dodge roll is a lot slower than Aqua's slide. So to make up for that, we have an ability called Sliding Dash, which
I'm pretty sure you mean
propels us
Terra's
forward.
slide, not Aqua's slide.
Yeah, whatever. Aqua slides now, damn it. So, yeah, the quickest form of movement in this game is actually to sliding dash through an enemy. So that is what I'm aiming to do with all these sliding dashes. Because the sliding dash hits an enemy, then you can cancel out the sliding dash animation and continue to roll. By far the quickest way to move.
It's because sliding dash counts as a combo move, so you can use it in the middle of combos. So basically, the whole reason why you can cancel it is because if it left you in this animation and recovering in the middle of a combo, you just kind of screwed yourself from using a command. So to make it so it flowed in and out of combos correctly, you can cancel its animation.
Okay, this fight
anything
sucks.
you want. Yeah, this fight is pretty much random how fast it goes as well. It's not really that bad at all. There's not really many time lossy variations of it. It's a few seconds at most. Because it just depends on how many goons... Yeah, it basically depends on how many goons spawn at each end at each time.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to be using Sonic Blade, and he's going to just use... Oh, I didn't kill them. That's really weird. So basically, he's going to be using Sonic Blade to build up finisher, and then he's going to be doing... Oh my word!
Wombo combo, dude.
Wombo, dude. And the reason why this fight is scary is because goons are very good at
Goons are terrifying.
Yeah, like these little pigs and little birds are some of the scariest enemies in the whole game.
Oh yeah,
like,
they look small, but on crit, these things too hit you. And the thing is, they attack so quickly that you can't actually avoid it.
It's not even a joke. They are honestly the scariest enemies.
Like, I made them look easy enough there, because I only got hit once, but,
The other issue with that fight, though, is actually Terra's second D-Link ability. It's Auto Block. So, you think Auto Block, oh, it's useful, you can guard the goons when they attack you. No, it's one of the most horrific things you have to deal with in that fight is Auto Block. Because it can just basically stick you in... It can basically stick you in block positions, which... basically get you killed and you can't do anything about it. So it's pretty awful. Yeah. Shoutouts to us not caring about this room, just hovering over the top. So as you can see, there's all those goons down there, all those things. We want no part of that, so we just fly over the top. So we grab a couple of chests and go in. Yeah.
Okay, we're coming up on another terrifying fight. Like, this world sucks. This world is awful. Beginning
game in Vencrit is incredibly volatile. It's so hard to get a good run going in Vencrit into mid-game. Because mid-game is when things start to actually get somewhat consistent. Beginning game's kind of random.
Kinda?
I say kinda in a loose term.
Kinda?
By kinda, I mean I don't want to disclose how many hours we've wasted in trying to get a run actually going.
Okay, explain this fight. I can't.
So, Maleficent. He's going to be using a blue letter, then going into Snow White, because Snow White's finisher is the most optimal way of dealing with Maleficent. So she has a set amount of attacks that she can do. She has 2 different desperation moves or DM. She has this one that she's doing now, which is sleep, or she has one where she shoots lightning. The lightning is actually a one-shot. And with the sleep move that she did, if you get touched by any of the waves, she kills you. She just destroys you. So you have to be very careful about how you go about it. So, and when she spawns on the side, she'll start shooting lightning at you. The only way to really deal with this when you're doing this fight, because you have to be in red health because it makes the command gauge build up automatically. So, oh nice. When she starts her DM, what he did with that shot lock is he stopped her 3rd DM. She has a 3rd one that she can do, which basically turns into a galaxy, and she just flies around the screen. That was actually a pretty decently good fight. So, and she can use lightning DM in really weird places. So he got very lucky there with the pattern of attacks that she decided to do, because she just picks a pattern and she goes, or she just does whatever she wants. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that she can do. Like, she's just...
Yeah.
It takes a lot of practice to understand what she even does, because she does have a set pattern. For example, when she goes in the middle at the start, like she did with me, she's always going to do 1 of 3 attacks from that point, and then she's always going to go to the side. But it takes a long time to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, you basically just have to sit there and die to that fight
this
over
fight's
and over
easy.
again.
Don't worry, there's no way I can die to this fight. 0 way. Super easy. Super... Wait, what? Just kidding.
Oh no. Yeah. You want to death abuse in first phase. It's just faster. Because the second half of this fight, you have Mickey with you, and Mickey's damage is pretty good. And the reason why you picked up the sleeps is because sleeps work on Vanitas.
For some reason.
Yeah. No, basically at this point in the game, Vanitas is affected by quite a number of commands. Don't tell me you broke out.
For a second.
Oh, did you manage to catch him? Oh,
It's
nice.
fine.
Yeah. So basically what happened there is Pestilus sleep wasn't charged fast enough. There's not a lot he could have done there. He basically just had to deal with it as it came. So basically we just sleep lock this guy, and then Mickey does a lot of damage. We do some damage with Diva Pitch and slide dashes. But you want to keep this guy stun locked the whole time, because he will one-shot you.
Oh
if you
yeah.
don't care.
Just
if you're not careful. Yeah. This is the safest way that we could ever think of to deal with this fight.
There's a riskier strat I could have done there, where you dodge roll initially to try to catch him in his sleep instantly. If you do it, it's really quick, but it's dumb. It doesn't work more often than not, and it just gets you in bad situations.
That's the strat that I do.
Yeah, shoutouts to Rebel. Also, shoutouts to Enchanted Step. We are not done with this ability, by the way.
Shoutouts to me for that slide dash, dude. Yeah. Slide dash movement with Ven is also not slide dash. The Enchanted Step movement is possible with Ven as well. It's actually used in a very big way in Ven's story. Actually,
if you thought what we did with Terra was cool, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. So since Perseus got a Wellspring drop, he can actually just go straight to the door from his position here. If he didn't, he would have to go basically around the right outside, because there's a Wellspring chest all the way on the other side of the room, and it loses a very large amount of time, about 25 seconds to go and grab it overall.
2 binds.
That's not bad, bro.
Not great.
I don't usually get any, so don't worry.
I'm talking about binds because of sell value. Anyway, we're buying a bunch of Magnet Thunders. I'm not saying there's a pattern that's going to happen, but you know, if you've been watching since the start, there might be a pattern.
Yeah.
Just
And then in
maybe.
this next room, he's just gonna get a bit of CP for the Thunders and Magnets. And he's also gonna grab a chest that's actually pretty imperative to completing the speedrun.
But yeah, we're just going to kill some dudes, you know, as you do.
Yeah.
Just minding my own business, la-di-da-di-da.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to get used to the sound clips that Ben does for this, but get used to the sound clips Ben does for this. Also, that's Counter Rush. You'll see that later.
Yeah. Well, like, Ben's Japanese voice absolutely destroys me because it sounds like a... Oh my god, a third Shimmering drop.
I don't even want it, dude. Take it.
No. I'm just mad.
I don't even want it. Have it.
You know, Ben's Japanese voice actor has got a pretty deep voice. It sounds like he's been smoking for like 45 years. It's pretty good. Terra's one is the exact same. Sounds like he's been smoking for his whole life.
We're making a bunch of stuff right now. We're making some Magneras, Zero Gravita, some Thundaras, all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah,
we
so
also just
basically-
have a random level 1 fire we're sticking in there. More on that later.
Yeah. Oh, you put it at the bottom of the deck. Oh, Blizzard. We doing Diamond Dust.
Yeah, no, never.
Never
Never
did
Diamond Dust. Just say no to Diamond Dust, kids.
Yeah, Diamond Dust is pretty atrocious on level.
It's
Like,
only
it's
good
pretty-
on Terra Beginner, that's it.
Yeah. And even then, I'm the only one that does that
Yeah.
strat still.
And yeah, we have 5 times Magic Haste. That's 1, so we can spam Magnet Thunders a lot. 2, for one particular strat, much later. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Also, this
So
Trinity
this
armor
is,
sucks. Oh my god.
This is Ben's version of Trinity armor. So
It's
to
the worst
contrast with
version of
Terra,
Trinity armor.
yeah, he gets the worst version. So to contrast from Terra's, Trinity armor actually attacks each of the characters individually. So you have to kind of be wary about where he's going. Ben actually kind of has the worst time getting him to actually die because it's just how it is. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That
Yeah,
was pretty
Ben does nothing on his own. Ben is useless on his own. Just
good. Yeah.
pretty
So-
useless in every conceivable way. This
Yeah,
guy's
so
being
at
a
this-
real bummer about
Real
it.
jerk.
We'll get through it. Or
I like
die.
how he goes through the wall. It's magical, dude.
White laser means he's invincible. So the whole reason we got the 1 fire in our deck was to get Firestorm, which you remember from Terra does some good damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming I timed this correctly, you'll see the damage.
Yeah. It's actually comparable to beginner how good the damage is.
That was okay damage.
So yeah, if he times it right and he falls straight into it, yeah, he missed a little bit of it.
Yeah, I
So
missed
that's fine.
some damage, but that's okay.
Yeah, because generally the beginning of the move. Oh, nice! You stood in front of him like a real man.
Yep.
So the end of that fight is actually kind of scary for Ben.
Very
'cause
scary.
Terra, because that attack there, that attack basically one-shots you when he's spinning around. The safe way to deal with that, the end of that fight, is to run away and use Flame Salvo. But if you do that, you basically have to, fingers crossed, that the Aqua and Terra actually like attack the head.
Or
But
you
there's
can
a very
stand
high
there
chance
like
that
a
they
man
die.
and spam commands and pray Aqua and Terra help out and
Yeah,
that you don't get sniped.
Yeah.
Either option's great. D-Link just has auto gravity. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So he's gonna use a D-Link and he's just gonna drop to the floor like a rock. Oh, he didn't get the jump. If you actually jump before you go into it, he slightly missed it there because he rolled off the edge.
I'll make sure I get
You've-
it for Aqua.
Yeah. You fall even harder than what he did then. You like drop like a boulder. Like,
It's like
ridiculous.
gravity just turns to instant zero.
Yeah.
So, this is where a pattern develops. You see, first we have to know where the enemies are going to spawn, then we
Yeah.
just kinda go ham. And, that's really all there is to it. Just these guys will spawn.
It's pretty much the same fight as Terra's, but the enemies spawn in a different order.
Yep, and also,
So-
unlike Terra, Ven has a lot of ways to deal with it.
Yeah, Ven has a way better way of dealing with it.
It's like, Terra's
There we
way
go.
is crap. I'm not the best character in my own speedrun. Aqua, I choose you. Ven is like, I can't do much on my own, but I can spam pretty well. So, shout out to Square Enix for making us go into this hallway just to come back.
Yeah, basically, we go down here, watch a cutscene just to move back. It's pretty good, and then we watch 3 cutscenes, and then we can move on with our lives.
Yep.
It's magical, dude. They wanted you to care about the story so hard, but we just don't.
We call Ven the minigame / cutscene character.
Yeah, because he gets the most out of all of them.
Most cutscenes and minigames.
Yeah, it's pretty hype, dude.
And you're probably saying, wait, guys, what do you mean minigames? I haven't seen minigames. Well, you'll see. We have plenty of minigames. But first, we have the most swag movement in the run, in my opinion. It's pretty good.
Yeah. We got some good stuff.
So, I was alluding to how we could do some pretty cool stuff with Enchanted Step. Yeah, I'll let this speak for itself.
Yeah. So, this is a piece of movement to grab a movement command very early. You're literally not supposed to be able to get this by doing this. You're meant to go through the underground and all the other stuff, have air slide, high jump, all the slide dashes, but no, you can just do that, fly up the top, grab super glide, and then run away. And yeah, we got super glide for the rest of the run now.
You're not supposed to be able to get that until well after you've beaten everything.
Yeah. So basically, and super glide overall, I believe it saves a few seconds overall because you lose about 25 to 30 going into that room and grabbing it. So it is worth it in the long run if you get all the movement correct with it. Oh, by the way, shout outs to Small World.
Yeah, it's also worth it to show off in a marathon.
Yeah, it's a very, very cool strat. Because I remember back, it was back in when Mist first started learning Vencrit on PS3. We were theory crafting how to get that, but then it wasn't until PS4 that Sonic found a way to actually do it. So we did everything. Like, we were doing things like jumping up and enchanting and using Enchanted Step on like lampposts and things, trying to theory craft a way to fly up there.
Yeah, best minigame. True story, I intentionally don't listen to the music in this minigame because the music's just off.
Yeah, and the reason why he's not pressing any more buttons at 1050 is because that's the minimum score that you need to win the minigame. You only need to get a cool rating to complete it. You could be a real man and try and go for the 2K. That's what I try and do every run.
Yeah, but then you lose precious seconds, man.
So? Be a real man.
Seconds.
You stand in front of Trinity Armor and you can't even do that, man. Like...
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
You stand in front of Trinity Armor, but you can't even go for the max score percent. Come on, man.
At least I could get sub 2 Rebel Racing, dude.
So can I.
Well, that wasn't a dig at you.
It's not even an impressive feat, man. That should be every run.
Well, you say that.
Wow, no consistency?
Anyway, so, you know how I said jellyfish suck? Yeah, they suck. That's
Yeah, they can actually completely.
But that was a
destroy you
good fight. That was really
in
good.
this fight. There's a couple of ways that when they glow and attack you, they just absolutely destroy you.
Yep.
There's
It was
multiple
actually
ways-
good for me in that case because they were far enough away that I could magnet them, and I magneted 2 in 1, and that was pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways that you can do that fight. You can do it the way Pestilus just did it, or you can magnet thunder one wave, or basically you can do what he did with some of Terra's fights, where basically he dragged a magnet around to basically keep them stunned. As long as they all die before, basically all the spawn jelly shades need to die, and then the final one will spawn at the end. There's always one at the end. I don't remember
Let's
what I
watch
nicknamed
this
him the
guy
other
go.
day. Yeah,
Look at
I
him.
don't remember what I nicknamed him the other day, but I gave him a nickname. I can't remember what it was.
Go,
Oh,
hurt,
you're-
go. Go, hurt, go. Go, hurt, go. Go, hurt, go. He's just standing there. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
So,
In
say
this-
hi to minigames.
Yeah, in this first set of urns, you only need to get 15 points, and you win. The second game, you actually do need to beat Herc.
No mercy.
Or you lose, what is it, 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Yep.
Around that by the time you finish it again. So yeah, you lose a substantial amount of time.
Yeah,
So,
don't lose.
Yeah, don't lose.
Easy peasy.
Oh, nice. Are you gonna get 200 points?
I'm gonna try.
I mean, it's currently not going well for 200 points. You're
No, it's
getting
not.
absolutely
It's
bodied.
not going well for 200 point percent.
Nah.
This would be the perfect time to ask random questions in chat or something. I don't know. I have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Like, we're just stuck here for a minute 20.
Yeah, we just kind of play a mini game for God knows how long. Yeah. Herc actually like one-shots all the pots in this. It's pretty good.
Yep.
So
And then just can't kill him with his Keyblade on level 1. He just can't.
well, even on beginner, you have to use
Like,
the
look.
arrow.
Look, it just doesn't really work.
Yeah, you have to like Herc can one-shot them, but then you have to use a full combo on them.
Where do babies come from? Ask your parents. I personally quite like Chain of Memories for what it is. I think it's a very fun game to abuse, which I love. Preferred beverage? Water.
You prefer water?
Favorite pizza? Pepperoni. I'm pretty boring. Like, I'm boring, as you can tell. Do we fight Sephiroth in this run? Yeah, sure, at the 4-hour mark. Oh, I'm so close to 200. I'm so close. Ah.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to walk away now. Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going. He didn't get 200 points.
Well, I'm flying solo now, boys.
Yeah, so he's gonna do a short menu now, where he
Short?
buys. Yeah, it's a very short menu,
Are you
my
sure
friend.
about that?
Yeah, it's a short menu, dude.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I
what the hell
haven't
do you
even
do?
finished it yet.
Jesus, you take forever, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm so slow.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't have to use the level 1 one, man. I just throw whatever block I have there. God, give me
It's
speedrun
slightly
tips.
more
Run
optimal
out.
to use the level 1 run.
The level 1 run? Yeah, sure. I know it is.
Run, one, fun, sun, mun, pun. I don't know, dude.
So now he's put Super Glide on. So
I don't know,
basically
dude. I still haven't recovered from the Terra RNG.
Yeah, no. During any screen, he'll be using Super Glide to get around. So this fight's similar to Terra's Jelly Shade one. The only difference is now you
Fuck
notice
it.
he's not he's not dodge rolling around, because whenever Herc goes Ven and shouts at him, you can start a reaction command. And basically, if you're pressing square at any point while Herc's near you, and Herc tails you from behind and shouts your name, you will start the reaction command. And
Okay, worst fight in the entire freaking game. Well, maybe second. I don't know. I hate this fight.
This fight is actually somewhat very hard.
Aqua's Deep Space might be worse. It's close.
Yeah, it's very close. Well, no, Aqua's Deep Space is definitely worse. That minigame there is awful. So, that HP bar looks massive. We haven't got to do that amount of HP. You've only got to do a little bit of damage to this guy.
Best way to do that is to spam triangle and hope it hits.
Yeah, that spinning attack he's doing there is very scary.
There's
no other move. Yeah, there's like no other moves that he can do that actually.
Really? How? I was blocking.
Your block ended. Oh, yeah, it did. Your block ended. Yeah, so that's how easy it is to die on a
And that's how little Square thought through its minigames on the hardest difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Also, it took this long to die. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna die, dying to Meta 1 isn't bad at all.
No. In terms of
like,
time
dying
loss,
to
Metamorphosis.
No. It's about 40 seconds at least you lost there. I haven't got a timer in front of me, so I can't tell you exactly how much you lost there.
Like 20 to 30?
Yeah, like it's not that bad.
Shoutouts to this scene, which you cannot skip.
Yeah. Shoutouts to that being the hardest scene in any video game to not pause during.
I want to pause every time.
Yeah, it's because like you're not used to a black screen followed up by an unskippable cutscene.
Stupid flood.
Did the flood go underground?
Yep.
Oh yes, it did.
So this fight's really cool because we get Wingblade.
And Wingblade is hype.
Wingblade is super hype. Just look at it. How can you not be hype?
Look at that thing, dude. Oh,
it's beautiful.
Dude, I love Wingblade, bro.
It's absolutely beautiful. Enjoy it. Sink it in. Just drink it in right now, because we're never going to see it again.
We never
Enjoy
use it again.
We will never see it again, so enjoy it now.
You actually use it on beginner to do damage to things. It's pretty good. So yeah, it's just kind of here. Oh, you got another Wellspring drop.
Yep.
Yeah, on crit, it's just kind of there. And it's just there to kind of look cool. As a okay fight.
Eh, whatever.
Yeah.
I keep jumping too high for the slide. Love it. Love it, love it. So we're going to do some quick movement here. The floor is lava, except we have to touch the floor, so never mind.
Yeah. Oh, to that guy asking about will Ven be switching keyblades. Pestilus was going to change his keyblade, but he forgot, so...
What? I didn't forget.
Oh, did you put Frolic Flame on?
I didn't forget. I have no clue what you're talking about. See, I didn't forget.
Yeah, so, your the stats on your Keyblade, your magic, and your attack stat do not matter in the slightest. On level 1, it's purely aesthetic.
I have no clue why you say I forgot things, Rebel.
I was watching your stream, bro. Don't think you can hide it from me.
What are you talking about? I have no clue what this guy's talking about, chat. This guy is harassing me.
By the way, he put on the best looking Keyblade that Ven gets. Like, in an any percent run.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this Keyblade looks sick, dude.
Story-wise, I still don't get it, but it looks sick.
Yeah.
Is Stitch going to help out? We're just
No,
playing
he's not.
hide and seek. Stitch isn't helping, so yeah. Ignite's pretty good.
Yeah.
This
So
has
the whole
been the
reason
same
why...
strat since like PSP days.
Oh yeah, since PSP level 1, we've been doing this. Basically, the whole reason why this works is because as long as Metamorphosis can't actually see where you are, he won't attack you. But as soon as he sees you, as soon as Pestilus stopped moving around to charge a shot lock and Metamorphosis saw him, he went straight into a move. Basically, as long as he can't see you, he's really passive and looks for you. So we basically abuse the fact that he does that to ignite spam him to death.
Pretty good. Pretty cool, you know? So, lots of cutscenes.
Lots of cutscenes, dude.
I always forget the fourth one. I keep... Oh, it's 3. Don't listen to a word I say.
The mystical fourth cutscene.
Do not listen to a word I say.
I've never heard someone mention the mystical fourth cutscene of Neverland. Oh my god!
Well, now you know. There's the fourth cutscene. There, it's all set. It's planned.
Oh my god, dude.
Joke ruined. It's planned. Go away.
What are you talking about? That's the fifth cutscene, isn't it?
You're going to make me screw up my second chance, dude.
What? You screw up your second chance at what?
At getting second chance.
Oh my god. God, your command deck setup, dude, is so wonky.
Uh-huh. So, this fight's a thing.
Yeah, so remember Snow White? We bring it back for this fight because one of its commands is Bashful, which is actually Warp, which is actually a terror-specific command. Basically, it just despawns enemies. We don't get any CP or EXP from them, but we don't need any of it. So
Not
we
bad.
just force them to despawn, and then we can move on.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's complete RNG if they die at all.
That was very good.
Like,
Yeah.
I've had
so-
fights where my D-Link just runs out and they're not all dead because of reasons.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to do some quick movement now. And we're going to unlock the best ability in the game, Glide, after we already have Super Glide.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've already we've been there, done that, and got the
It's like we've
mate.
moved on to the next level of things.
Yeah. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt game. We're cool, right?
We cool. So we're coming up on a strat that's really, really cool if he cooperates.
Yep. So this strat's been around for quite a while now, and it's been edited by 3 different people. So Bloody Biscuits found out about Mickey D-Link in this fight. Then another runner called Mikachu Tahonen came up with a consistent strat. And then another runner called Sneaky Sly actually found out that if you do any command or anything at the start of the fight, Hook will dodge to either
Just
the
watch
left or the
the
right.
damage. Just watch that
So
HP.
we can
though.
abuse that to knock him off the edge a lot faster. Yeah. Oh, you don't do the pause buffer, real man strats.
Why would I do pause buffer?
Consistency, man. Nice, he died. So, yeah. So, if you ever want to look up, what is it, LolWat27 on YouTube, you should go look that up. Because that's the
Yeah.
first time that anyone used Mickey D-Link on Hook, and it's beautiful.
EXP0 is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
When each finisher gets boosted by combat levels, and Neverland is near the end of the game, and Mickey does a lot of finishers in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things explode.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's actually you actually get to notice how much battle level matters in the next run in Aqua. You get to
Mhm.
see it more because we use the same finisher over and over and over again throughout the run. So basically throughout the run you see it do more and more damage as the battle level goes up, because obviously the game's scaling up your damage based on the battle level.
Also,
So-
all I'm going to say is, for those of you who were perceptive in the audience, might have saw that we unlocked Peter Pan.
We have now got Swordbill.
Uh-oh. Don't worry, guys, we're not going to
Swordbill
use
is
it.
going in.
So tornadoes are even more of a joke as Ven when you have Super Glide.
Yeah, like the only character when you get Super Gliders Ven that has to worry about them is Aqua. Terra doesn't really have to worry about them at all because Slide's broken. Super Glide is incredibly good. Oh, look at that. He doesn't even need to care.
It's like, who caring about tornadoes is overrated, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, why would you even care?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna glide along. Lots of cutscenes, lots of movement. You know, boring stuff.
And then we're gonna kill some things real quick.
Wait, what?
Well, we're gonna kill two things specifically, aren't we? Real quick.
Well, isn't it one thing?
Well, if we're gonna be incredibly specific, yes, it is one thing.
But wait, is it one thing, but it's also two things? Because you're killing them in two different ways and has part of Ven's heart, and I don't know anymore.
Listen. I'm not gonna do a comprehensive explanation of the lore of Kingdom Hearts, alright? Like,
Counter Rush is cool. There's your lore. Counter Rush is cool.
Yeah, my time is better well spent, so doing other things. So yeah, he's just gonna counter rush him, and now he's just gonna wait until he does his dive move, which is his DM. Yeah, sorry. Oh, he's fireballing again?
Yep.
That's fine. And then he dies.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Pan isn't broken or anything, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys.
It's fine. Working as intended.
Yeah, it's fine. So, when he was going into Final Fights, he had his command deck hovered over Balloon Edda, and he did that because we need to use Balloon Edda as soon as we gain control of Ven in this fight here. And we don't use any commands in the fight before this one, so it just makes it easier. So he tanks that first hit, and then he can start going in. So this guy actually, you can stun lock him with single hits. So he's actually very, very good at being consistent.
This is actually scary.
Yeah, and then after using Sword Bill is when the fight actually gets like scary. Before Sword Bill, he's not actually that bad at all. So now there's a mini game where oh lovely. Come on, there we go. Yeah. So now we have to do this little beam struggle 4 times. Yeah, we're Dragon Ball Z now.
Yep.
And then the Ven's run is over. So
one more.
So you either want him to do his shot lock attack or this charge move. On level 1, it's incredibly easy to die in this bit. Hell yeah. It's incredibly easy to die in this. My favourite part about this though is he whiffs like every single hit of this, and then he still kills him. But then if you go right up to him and use the move, everything hits, but then the finisher whiffs. I love it. It's so good. Right, cool. So now we're going straight into Aqua.
Wait, what?
And oh, what? Oh no.
Wait.
Not Aqua.
Wait, don't tell me it's too late, guys. It's not too late. We're okay. We're okay.
Okay, cool. Right, there we go. We get to play as Aqua now. And Aqua is arguably... She is the most broken on level 1.
Aqua? Broken? Never. What gives you that impression?
Oh. So there's... Oh, you're going to do the combo at the start? Yes, he is. So... basically, the orb moves slightly too far away to get the double hit, so he went for a blizzard instead. Which is actually the smarter decision for how his stuff ended up there. Nice.
Yeah, Aqua orbs suck a lot. I hate them.
Yeah. The variations are a lot harder with Aqua's orb.
Also, Aqua's shot lock is dreadful. Dreadful.
Yeah.
Dreadful. Ugh.
Yeah.
The less we say about Bubble Blast, the better.
Yeah. Bubble Blast is not good at all. I mean, it's okay in orbs, but it's better on beginner than it is on crit.
In a perfect run, you will never see it. In an imperfect run, you will see it once as the last hit of the entire game.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, welcome back to Castle of Dreams. Dreams don't typically die here, but, you know,
No, but
things have
there's...
happened.
Yeah. It's pretty... You've got one pretty big bit of RNG, but it's not really that bad as Aqua because you can abuse her main command style that you get, which is called Spellweaver. And Spellweaver is honestly one of the most broken things in this game that you can abuse with EXP0 on.
Spellweaver never mattered.
It's utterly ridiculous. He's gonna do it. There we go, the drop down.
Yep,
So
D-Link gravity, pretty cool.
Yeah, so he uses the D-Link gravity to drop down and then he can slide dash. He chose not to go for the enemy hit. It really doesn't matter. It's about the same speed as whiffing it like he did. Because of where his position was. Yeah, and now high potion grab. Oh, dude, you make Nano cry.
Do I? In a good or bad way?
He used to hate picking up the high potion chest. It was so good. The whole reason why he applied the Aqua Standard route to beginner is because he didn't want to pick up the high potion chest.
That is the most Nanner thing I've ever heard. I just want you to know that. Shoutouts to Nanner. He's been running Aqua for longer than I have known what Twitch is, so
Yeah, Nano has been around for quite a long time. Well, he's been around for about as long as I have, so. So yeah.
This is our last escort, and I hate this escort so much.
Yeah, this can either be the best or the worst one. There's no real variation. Jacques has if I'm calculating correctly, it's about 5 common patterns that he'll take. There is
and
one
say
of which,
hi to Spellweaver.
Yeah, there is one of which is perfect, and the rest of them he spawns enemies. So basically, what Persla's gonna do is
I don't even know where he went. Yeah,
he's basically just gonna blast through everyone, and
he went somewhere in between 2 waves and was really just being a dick about everything.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Hi, can I move? Hello, Nani?
What's happening, bro?
I don't know.
He stopped moving.
He just didn't move.
Yeah. Jock is kind of weird. He kind of went between a couple of patterns there, but that was slightly because of where Peslis positioned himself when he was doing his Spellweaver. So more enemies surrounded him. There wasn't a lot that he could have done with that pattern.
Yeah, very weird.
He just kind of had to deal with it. So, Curse Coach. This is the first instance where we get to see how broken the EXP0 is as Aqua. Because you don't really see it in Shark, because the enemies have such small. But this guy, yeah, it's time for...
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Yeah, you can take a hit in this pretty reliably.
And watch his HP. Just watch.
Yeah, it's actually, like, Peslis had no chance of dying there. It's perfectly safe to take a hit. And yeah, Spellweaver kicks in now. Hot damage.
I did equip EXP0, right?
Yeah, you did. I saw you do it.
Yeah.
Trust me. Trust me, it wouldn't have killed him. It would have done, like, no damage at all. I can tell you now, you would have still been in Jacques fighting enemies at this point in time if you hadn't put it on.
I know you're right. I'm just double checking over here. Because it's one of those things I forget. It's like, I'm like, wait, yeah. I know I put it on, but did I?
But did I put it on?
So, the start of Aqua's fight's actually really cool, because almost all of these strats are, hey, the Spellweaver thing's pretty good. How can we get it? And how can we get it fast?
Yeah.
And we have some pretty neat ways of trying to do that.
Yeah, there's some pretty good strats of how to get it.
Including this one.
Yeah, because it's not really specific about how you get into it. It just says you need to use spells. So basically, the later you get in the game, the harder it actually gets to get into Spell Weaver, because you unlock like things like Firestorm and other command styles like that. So when you start using your fire commands, you go into Firestorm instead. So you need to be very specific about what commands that you use to go
Dev
into it
still
later
didn't
on.
think of this.
Yeah. So Aqua on PS4 has to go behind, because she's slightly shorter than Terra, so she can't
Realistic
reliably.
rendering.
Yeah, she can't reliably grab onto the ledge at the front. She could do it on PS3, but with how they rearranged ledges on the PS4 version, because they swapped the game to 60 FPS and they kind of smoothed out some ledges, so some movement techniques that we did don't actually work anymore. So that's one of them.
You might remember this guy earlier. He was nice to us earlier in the run, so I doubt he's going to be nice to us now.
Yeah.
This is a cool strat, though.
It is a very cool strat. So he's gonna go for one cycle again on this guy. So he wants to kill him before he actually does any attack. So technically it's 0 cycle. We've got to fancy speaking about it.
We got it as Terra. This is the easier one to get it. Use some specific combos, get into Spellweaver, put him back to sleep, because sleep does work on this guy.
Yep.
Some of that, a bit of that, this will knock him over, and hopefully this will kill. There you go.
And yeah, he should be dead.
We didn't see a single attack pattern from Mirror all run. That's unheard of.
Yeah, so that's the 0 cycle strat for that fight. There is another way that you can do that fight is in this run that doesn't use sleep at all, but it's slightly slower than sleep on PS4.
Like, I'm used to having to explain that fight a lot more, because he usually trolls a lot more.
Yeah, if you it's actually fairly specific, the order that you have to do things in, or the fight just doesn't work at all.
Oh yeah, if you mess up, if I did even one of those abilities in a different order, it would not have worked.
It doesn't work. You have to do it in the specific order. Oh, shoutouts to Goons. We're back with Goons, guys.
Don't remind me.
I love Goons.
Don't remind me. So, I'm not saying there's a pattern, but, we just bought something that looks familiar.
Very familiar. And we're about to set our deck up in a very familiar way. So, yeah. Magnet Thunders are also very useful as Aqua.
Also, Terra D-Link hype.
Yep. So this is a very specific movement strat where you use the slide dash, the tiny little slide dash move that Aqua does at the start of her combos to home in on enemies. To launch up at wall, like...
We are doing all 5 stories, by the way.
Yeah, we're doing all stories, so we're doing Final and Secret as well.
So stick around till the end to see all the bonus stuff. Anyway, these are Goons. Goons still suck.
Oh, that guy went for the swing at you, dude.
Oh yeah.
And then you got
that guy
caught in
wanted
the
me
magnet.
dead. This guy also wanted me dead. Who still wants me dead? Oh my goodness. Those guys did not like me.
No. So the reason why I find Goons more of an issue in Aqua is because her health actually carries over between that first Goons fight and there's a second Goons fight that he's moving towards now.
With the longest unskippable cutscene ever.
Yeah, with like the longest fight opening I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, if you die here, you lose quite a lot of time. Obviously, because this cutscene, the beginning cutscene is very long, but also because this fight is actually very long in of itself. Like the fight is actually like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So.
Yep. What we're trying to do is jump up and kill some of these goons on the wall so that they can't just snipe us from up there. Because, yeah, don't really appreciate it when they try to snipe us.
Yeah. This is the safe.
Alive.
Yeah. This is the. Oh, god damn! Don't do that, dude. He slapped you.
I'm fine. I have
Sure,
more than
whatever
1
you say.
HP. I'm fine.
So Spellweaver shreds goons, so it's very, very, very useful
Cool
in
movement tech.
this bit of the fight. Yeah, slide dash time.
Yep.
So yeah. So the reason why we need the magnets and thunders now is specifically not only for this fight, but we need to start leveling them up now because we need them for later in the game.
I'm not going to say get used to the Gather Thunder lines, but get used to them.
Yeah,
Learn them, love them, relish them, appreciate them. They're not going away.
So he's gonna go back and kill these two at the back because
Yeah.
otherwise Philip won't go and stand by the wall to do the final reaction command of this segment.
And
Yeah, and-
we need to go grab a chest over here for pulsing, just to be safe.
Yeah. So yeah, in a regular attempt, we wouldn't go over here and grab the pulsing crystal chest. We would just hope for a drop at some point in the run. But in an all stories run, you can't rely on that, especially when you're 2 hours into a run.
Yeah, just kind of have to bite the bullet and get it.
Yeah, it's not. It just isn't worth the time loss of 2 hours of your life of BBS to not have to be able to finish because you didn't get enough.
Or
pulsing
having
crystals.
to grind forever, or come back here to get the chest.
No. What I did when I was at UKSM, you can drop into Castle of Dreams by the chateau, go through the loading zone, go into Snow White, and there's a bruiser right in front of you.
So we're
So you
trying to
can
get a
grumpy
fleeting
him.
drop. There we go. Cool. One's fine.
Yeah, we only need 1. 2, you save like 6 seconds, so it's nice to get 2, but you.
Marathon, I'm
rarely
not
get-
even going to try. One's fine.
Yeah, it's not. Honestly, it's not worth like throwing more than once if you can help it. So, getting 1 off the first row is all you need.
Okay, this strat is going to be very hard and very specific.
Yeah.
I
So-
do not use the Ice Barrage strat, so you know.
Yeah. Well, Ice Barrage strats are So basically, he's setting up his commands in a very specific way, so he can spam them in a specific order. So
I hate this fight.
this fight, drag him out. There's actually a safe spot. I say safe. It's not really safe. She can still hit you if you're positioned wrongly. But you can go stand behind her leg and basically hit her in the butt, and she still takes the damage. So what he's going to do is he's going to build up Spellweaver and use it twice as quickly as possible. So he has to go in as hard as he
Good
can.
RNG.
Nice.
I really want her to use this flamethrower attack right now, because that basically guarantees that she'll be on the ground long enough for my Spellweaver to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So he should
Not
be
at the
fine
point,
now.
though. Cool. That's called flightless. She's trying to get up to fly away there.
Yeah, but she dies before she gets there. Yeah, cool. The issue, the reason why it's so important, especially on PS4, on PS3 you lost some time, but you didn't have a high chance of dying. On PS4, you just die every time as soon as you do the RC. This is from my experience. I think Pestilus has had the same kind of experience. You just do the
RC
command
and die, literally. Your best bet
and
is
she just
to
kills you.
use Bubble Blast and hope it kills.
Yeah, like it is ridiculous. There's an invisible hitbox that appears by her head, by like where the flames are. and it just bodies you on level 1. It just one-shots you. There's nothing
What?
that you can do about it.
What?
What? Yes, sure. I'll take that one any day. Oh my god, I can't. That was so good. That was.
Welcome
That
to
was
BBS,
beautiful.
everybody.
That was absolutely beautiful.
I have never seen anything like that before.
I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing, man?" And then like, you did it, and I was like, "Oh God."
Explain this fight while I get this out.
So essentially, he's gonna kill a few waves with Magnet Thunder, and then he's gonna Magnet then Spellweaver right at the end of the fight to finish it off. So he actually has to do stuff in a specific way to make sure that he gets Spellweaver, because if he uses the Thundara, you actually go into Thunderbolt, which isn't wanted at all. And the whole reason why the birds all come at you at the end is because they basically scavenge your drops. The enemy names as a scavenger, so they fly down and they steal money and dealing crystals and HP orbs and things. So basically, you dash down there and then you grab that. Yeah, so he's gonna grab a beautiful Mind Square command. We talked about how broken Mind Square is already.
Have we?
Well, yeah, we did it in Terra, remember?
Tiny bit.
No, we spoke about it. Oh, I mentioned it in Terra, dude. But yeah, so he's going to be putting a Thundara, a Mind Square on, and then he's going to be putting Ice Barrage on. Ice Barrage is very, very useful for building up Spellweaver. So we use it at nearly every possible point to build up Spellweaver. There's only a few cases where we use Magnets and Thunders to do it, depending on the enemy types and the group of enemies.
Most importantly, I equipped the best Keyblade, which does nothing.
Yes, you did. It does nothing, but it's the best looking Keyblade that I've
Also, this is the best Trinity armor fight out of the 3, and it's not close.
It's not even funny how much better it is. So he's going to get into Spellweaver 3 times, and the boss isn't going to survive 3 Spellweavers. So he uses Ice Barrage to build up 1, and then he needs to grab as much of his command in as possible. Yep, so that's good. So as he dashes at him, he can start doing a Spellweaver and then follow him around. Oh my, the iframes, dude. So, and then the whole thing is he wants to kill the boss before he does the laser in the middle, and now he wants to sit in the middle of those guys and go in. Yeah, and now he's going to move away a little bit and block.
This was a really well-designed death laser that you can just sit right under him and you're fine.
We didn't mention that in Ven and Terror. We just kind of did it. But yeah, if you sit underneath this guy when he's doing this laser, like when he's the full body, you actually have to sit there and like dodge accordingly. But when he's just the head, you can just sit underneath his head and he can't do anything to you. And then he dies. There we go.
Great Trinity fight. Love it. So Here's some information for you guys. What you have seen to this point have been just any percent strats. The Terra was a normal any percent run. Ben was a normal any percent run. Now we get funky. Okay?
Yeah, we have to do some all stories stuff in Aqua to basically prepare for secret episode. So there's an extra chest that we pick up here which contains Thundara.
Yep, Thundara is going to be very useful for us. Much later.
Yeah.
Much later.
Yeah. So basically, Pessis needs to pick up a few things to basically prepare himself for the mob fights in the end of the run. Otherwise, they become incredibly hard to deal with.
Yep, we are doing final and secret episodes, so we do need to prepare.
Yeah.
Also, there's some crazy guy with a blue hat that we have to go see.
Yep.
We don't actually care about him. We just want to loot his house.
Yeah.
in his house is a Xehanort report. Like I said, in order to... On the hardest difficulty, all you have to do to unlock final episode is complete the game. To unlock secret episode, you need all of the reports. We set up a save already with Terra and Ven that has their reports, and Aqua's we just grabbed during the run. So we can set up the save properly. Also, say hi to Vanitas again. He doesn't like magnets.
Yeah, he gets caught in Magnet this time. Last time it was Sleep, this time it's Magnet. And, yeah, he's not moving for the rest of the, fight, so...
Yeah, he likes it up there. No reason to leave.
Yeah. So, the whole reason why he didn't go straight into Magnet into Ice Barrage as soon as he could, and he chose to do Magnet Thunders with Mind Squares and stuff, is because now he's unlocked Blade Charge, because he's beaten Trinity Armor. So, during Spellweaver, if you use Fire and Blizzard-based, like, obviously Fire and Ice Barrage and Blizzara, things like that. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, he died. That was a lucky finish, bro.
Whatever.
You go straight into Blade Charge, and Blade Charge is, to put in short terms, is absolute trash.
Oh, yeah.
So, Spellweaver... Like, the difference in damage between Spellweaver and Blade Charge are so polarizing, it's not even funny.
Blade Charge on beginner is amazing. On crit, it's just... So help me.
Yeah, like... It's ridiculous.
So, Aqua's the one character we do not go to Disney Town first when we get to this second leg. And we go into one of my favorite fights in the run. I don't know why I love this fight. It's really satisfying. I don't know why. All you do is go into Spellweaver and walk into Sword. It's great.
Yeah, you just do the you just do the rounds with Spellweaver, dude. It's pretty good. Here we go.
Bye bye. So now we're coming on the worst fight in probably all of Oz stories.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a fight worse than this?
No.
I don't think there is.
No. We're coming up to the, I don't know, I can't remember the official name for the fight, but we call it either bike minigame, bike game. Some variation of bike-related minigame.
No, that's not what we call it.
That's what we call it. What the hell do you call it? Hell?
It's gotcha, take that, dude.
Well,
that's
yeah, it's got you take... It's got you take that, but we have it written in our splitters as bike minigame half the time.
Since when?
Since forever. Where the hell have you been?
Chat, start spamming gotcha take that. This will be a while.
Yeah, so this fight is not only incredibly scary because it's very easy to die in this fight, it's also completely random how fast it goes. So he's just going to stand in one place and shoot, and he needs to try and keep as many in front of him as he can, so he puts his back to a wall so they can't go behind him and flank him. So
as one flanks me.
as one flanks you instantaneously. He's a little bit far away from the wall, but
tiny bit,
whatever.
but it's working out okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, as soon as you got a position that works, you don't move, you just go. So, and if you're lucky, they get stunned, like they have been.
That
so,
was really good.
This is going really well. And yep, that was incredibly good. So, he didn't get a hit. If you get a hit in that fight, you go to basically 1 health. It's pretty ridiculous.
And then you have to pray that you can get the health orbs that when you kill drop. Also, this fight's terrifying.
Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
Did you die?
No.
Oh god, jellyfish, dude. Oh, that guy's going, dude. Oh,
jellyfish,
okay.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, you died, did you?
I did.
I
hate jellyfish so much.
That's what jellyfish do. Jellyfish are scary.
Jellyfish are terrifying. When they get out to try to murder you, they get out to try to murder you, dude.
Yeah.
They do not stop for anything.
No, they... They usually attack you in groups as well, so it's incredibly easy to just get flanked by all of them and just die. So you just need to build up Spellweaver and then kind of move around the room. And you should be fine. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
the
what
2
needed to happen
deaths
the
I've
first time.
gotten in this run have been good deaths, as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
So, this fight, the only notable thing about it is it's very easy to not get Spellweaver, depending on how you do your combos.
Yeah, so you have to do very specific things. Oh, you do the run up into Thunder.
Yep.
I just usually Ice Barrage on the back.
Nope. Man strats, man.
No, the Ice Barrage on the back is the man strats, because all the floods can go
No,
underground.
getting your butt in harm's way is the man strats. Get with it.
Nah, dude, those are the wimp strats.
No, dude, just admit you're a wimp. Come on now.
Nah, dude, Ice Barrage on the back, bro.
Nope. You're not going to win this fight, Rebel.
Damn. No, Ice Barrage on the back, man. That's what you gotta do. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, but it's not manly, dude.
It's not manly.
It's all about
Right.
the man strats.
Right, so the reason why Pestilus is going back into this world is because he's grabbing stuff from these enemies here. He actually grabbed some of this stuff in Dwarf Woodlands. We didn't really bring much attention to it, but what he's actually grabbing is ingredients for ice cream.
Ice cream.
This is actually the only speedrun now in BBS where we actively use ice cream to go fast in any percent. So
Ice cream.
ice cream, dude.
Ice cream so hype.
Ice
Speaking of
cream.
hype, this fight's pretty cool.
Yeah, this fight's pretty cool because you just like Herc is awful at killing enemies.
Herc is just like, I'm going to help, and then they all die.
Herc is just kind of he's like, yo,
there.
I got this, bro.
He's helping, baby. He thinks he's
Yeah,
helping.
So you basically just run around Magnet Thundering things and they just die. So
Hi, game. Game. I don't know.
what's happening, video game?
I don't know. Okay, now we're going to walk into the pavilion and we're going to kill some... Just kidding, we're not going that way.
Yep. We're gonna get some ice cream, dude.
Ice cream's way more important than fighting dudes, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's way more important.
Way more important than
I mean, we
run.
gotta get our daily dose of unhealthy ice cream before we can kill dudes.
Yeah, man.
How do you think Aqua keeps the physique to cartwheel like this?
I don't know, but she's a trooper. She does it with one hand. Look at her. She
I
throws
know.
herself forward.
I don't understand how she does it.
Because like Ben does his dodge rolls with no hands in his head. He just dives into it like a real man.
Hey man, Terra's just defies the laws of physics.
Yeah, no, he just found a way to move his body forward fast.
I don't understand it. Anyway, this should look familiar to you guys if you've been here for most of this run.
Yep.
It's
So
the same thing as
basically-
Terra, except Terra sucks at Magnet. Aqua doesn't.
Yeah. So you just run up Magnet Thunder everything, and every fight ends. It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. But no, the first fight you also use Ice Barrage, and the second fight you use
Yeah,
Mind
you do.
Spray.
You do, but Magnet
Diversity.
Thunder, that's the one.
Diversity.
Diversity. Are you going to do the Spellweaver at the end?
Yeah. I'm
See, you
also
don't do
going to
man
do
strats
the
there.
manly scary strats on this one. Ooh. God, that scares me every time.
Oh, the run up Magnera is so scary, dude.
Those man breaks
Like-
are terrifying. Like, they
Yeah.
can easily get that attack off before I get there. It's terrifying.
It's fine. If you go down to red health, you go back up to full after the wave after it anyway, because they drop hate, because the knuckle busters, whatever they're called, buckle, I can't remember what they're called. They drop massive
They're called
HP.
something. Also, sweet, sweet revenge on these jellies. Die!
Yeah, he's gonna Spellweaver them because it's the safest way to deal with this. So he's just gonna move forward, then move back.
Okay,
Yeah.
longest menu in the game. This might take a minute.
Yep.
So if I'm remembering correctly, the blizzards I don't want. Mineswear I don't want. Oh, I don't need that, I guess. Ice barrage, sure, and I have what I need. Sliding dash, fire, Esnua, cure, 3 ignites, bind, and a barrier and a balloon letter. I think that's it.
I mean, to be fair, if you forgot anything, we'll just buy it in a minute. Because you come back into that room anyway, so.
Also, ice cream!
Time for ice cream!
60 of them, nice. I
That's
usually
pretty
get
good,
48.
Yeah. How many ice creams do you need optimally? You only need like 18 or so. Nice jump barrier, dude.
Yep. I'm showing it off for later, don't laugh. It's foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. You only need like a minute number of Fabricadabras, but
yeah.
having a large amount is nice in case you die, so.
So you might be going, hey guys, what are Fabricadabras and why are you getting hyped about ice cream? Well, let me tell you why we're getting hyped about ice cream. The way the ice cream works in this game is when you collect the ingredients and put it all together, they give you items, and these items set you into a certain command style. And take a wild guess what command style we want to spam.
Yep. So basically what happens is, Fabricadabra puts us into Spellweaver. So we use 2 Fabricadabras, we have a Spellweaver finisher.
Also,
So,
say hi to Bathroom Break, I mean Fruit Ninja, I mean Fruit Claw.
I could use going for a wee, but...
I mean, I can't stop you. I mean, I might go on a break if this goes well enough. So yeah, this is 3 minutes of pressing triangle to put the fruit ball up in the air, and then pressing X to aim it down and spike it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Shout outs to the shoegazers having the worst AI I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, they're ridiculous. I could put the controller down and they can't win at this point.
Yeah, like you get to about 15 points, and then you put the controller down for like a minute and a half, and they usually score on themselves more than they score on you. It's so good.
It's pretty good. So, have any questions, chat?
Oh god.
I can check if I did the menu right at this point.
Yeah. Usually what
I did.
what you've got to do in BBS speedruns is you need to validate the run, which is we have specific challenges. Terra's is sub 2 in Rumble Racing. Aqua's is 40 points in
40 points. I've never
Fruit
gotten
ball.
40 points.
And then it's 2k points in Ice Cream Beat. This is the longest.
This is the
mini
longest
game.
mini game. IRL ice cream. Any type of like double chocolate I love. Anything with peanut butter I love.
I'm
Are
a
they
fan
seriously
of.
scoring actual points right now?
Yeah, I know. I'm a fan of rum and raisin. I like that ice cream.
They're scoring actual goals. What is this?
Oh god, don't lose.
Well, I have to try now. Thanks, game. Favorite Keyblade? In this game? Either Chaos Ripper or the one I have right now.
Chaos Ripper's such a sick Keyblade, dude.
Chaos Ripper's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to put the controller down or I lose time. Is this the hottest
control down.
esport? Yes. Favorite cage
this
character? Riku. And more cutscenes. Have we ever had sea salt ice cream? No. And I think that's the end of question. Looking forward to Cage 3? Yes. On that note, we have a space whale to fight.
Yeah.
At the space whale.
It's time for space play.
This
Oh,
room
God.
should look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Some more hopping, skipping, and jumping. With zero gravity.
Space whale's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, so good that he trolls me half the time.
It's not you, it's Stitch that does it, dude.
It's Stitch? We can blame Stitch? Okay, I'm fine with that.
Because Stitch has to damage him slightly as well.
Say hi to Space Whale.
Yeah.
As you can see, Fabricadabras get us into Spell Weaver. We use poison to try to get some extra damage, and yeah, damage.
Yeah, the damage. Look at this. Oh.
Stitch is helping. Stitch is helping. Okay, he's not really helping.
So Gantu can actually do a few attacks.
Screw you,
Nice,
Stitch.
Gantu can actually do a few different things depending on where your position is. Oh wow, one hit. Yeah, Gantu can do a few things depending on where your position is. If you're positioned far enough away, he'll tend to go straight into an attack where he shoots like singular, or he'll do a bunch of shots in a row, or he'll charge at you if like you're too close. So you have to kind of get used to where to stand in Gantu to basically not die, or not be put on one health.
Speaking of familiar faces, hi Zach. You know all the crap that we had to do with Terra just to survive? About that.
Yeah, Aqua gets such an easy time with this fight.
Dude, that should be just Aqua's motto. It's just like, all the hard stuff Terra does, easy.
Have I ever told you about the why my split name for this guy is Please No Data Reno?
No.
Because in the cutscene after the boss fight after this guy, he asks Aqua out on a date. So, Please No Data Reno.
Speaking of, welcome to one of the worst fights in this run.
Yep. The fight with Hades and Ice Colossus is pretty much completely random.
It's the definition of troll.
Yeah.
Literally.
The idea of the fight is, the ideal situation is you want both Hades and Ice Colossus to die at basically the same time.
Which never happens.
No, it never happens. But you can kind of, so basically when Hades moves towards you, you can actually hit him and slightly change his AI to move elsewhere. Because basically if you listen to him at the start, he says, all yours, Frosty. And basically goes, Ice Colossus, you deal with my issues for me. And basically once Ice Colossus dies,
what is he doing?
To fight you. He actually starts to fight you.
What was he doing?
Oh, he's stuck in attacks. Basically, when Ice Colossus dies, his chance of doing his desperation move skyrockets, or he'll just get stuck in a.
Yeah, the reason I was being cautious there is because he has a chance to just go turn red, which makes him invincible, and then do a big swirling fire thing, which is scary and dumb, and I can't hit him.
Yeah, he becomes completely invincible. He's actually one of the only bosses that has a completely invincible desperation move. Most of them you can actually hit them during their desperation move. But in Hades' case, you can't. He's one of the only fights where you just have to wait for him to end. It takes about 15 seconds to go through his DM. So it's pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah,
so,
it's a crappy fight.
Yeah.
Because it's really a crapshoot just how much he wants to troll you. He was fairly nice this run.
And shoutouts to Neverland, where you go in circle to fight boss cause plot.
Literally one giant circle.
So basically, he's gonna do some movement around all of Neverland in one giant circle, go back to the Indian camp where he started, and then fight a boss.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Good time.
Yeah.
Good time all the way around.
You basically waste like
it's
a
really
minute and a half
easy movement. There's nothing that can go, oh no, something went wrong, nothing went wrong.
Yeah. There's like no real like problem pieces of movement here. You just kind of
just in all stories you fall down there intentionally to get that stun to get. That's it.
Yep.
Only interesting thing.
Then
whoa, what the? Okay.
What happened?
I'm bad, I guess.
There's actually a small trick here that you can get called triple bounce or double bounce.
I suck at it.
Yeah, basically what you can do is you can kind of chain the 3 jumps together. Depending on your camera, it can be really hard to control. So it's not always recommended to go for it, but if you can go for it, then you may as well go for it because it saves a couple of seconds over just doing the 3 jumps normally. So yeah,
this fight is also RNG nonsense.
Yeah, so basically before he was affected by Magnet, but now that we're later in the game, he's only affected by Ignite. So basically, Pestis is going to bait him into doing this swinging attack over and over and over again, and every time he X's it, he's going to try and stun him with an Ignite. The Ignite is
because why not?
Sometimes he dodges, but the Ignite isn't necessary. The Ignite is to do damage over time, but also after exactly 10 hits of anything, or 10 hits that stun him, he'll go into his desperation move, which is the attack where he dives underground and he dashes at you, and then comes up and goes back underground. So the whole idea is you want to kill him before he gets as he starts that DM. So we know when it's coming, and when he goes underground, you can either stand in one place and spell weaver him, or you can move around as he's underground and you drag him along the floor and he still takes the damage while he's underground. So
yeah, that'll come in handy later. And by later,
Yeah.
I mean 1 world from now.
yeah.
Yeah. So, some more cutscenes, more story stuff. Old guy takes over young guy's body. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, basically.
And there's something about a keyblade, but it's pronounced differently from actual keyblades. You know what? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, let's not go there with story. I'd rather not have an aneurysm.
Let's just pick up chest. We have chest to pick up.
Yeah, just pick up chests. Just don't.
Chests are pretty good.
Oh, that Magnega chest, dude.
Yep. Magnega's pretty hype.
Oh, and a Mega Elixir, hell yeah.
Both of those we're using for final and secret episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
So,
only 1 world of Aqua's normal story left.
Yep. So
I hate this world so much. So much. I hate this world. Aqua has my least favorite set of final bosses. Like, Terra's is the hardest. Aqua's my least favorite.
Yeah, Ven actually kind of gets the hardest part of Ven's final bosses is the final part of final Vanitas. But then with Aqua, she has to deal with 2 kind of annoying boss fights.
We'll just deal with it like that. Oh, I forgot the other things. I'll do that in the next room. It's fine.
Don't you want the once more thing on?
Did I take once more off?
Yes, you did.
No, Magnet's still in there.
You sure?
I just moved it. I can double check. I was going to open the menu anyway.
I might have just saw what it did, or my stream might have lagged a bit.
I was just moving commands around for later. I did. You are right.
So, what does that say? Listen. Well, technically you did put one on. Technically, you weren't wrong. You did put one on.
I wasn't wrong.
No, but you were wrong at the same time.
Details.
Right. So, Aqua's first fight of our final fights is a fight with Break, and to keep it consistent with the other 2 guys, we're going to be using Swordbill. So,
wait, what? What's a sword bill?
Yeah, what's the sword?
I don't think we've been acquainted.
Yeah. So a nice trait of Swordbill. This is only in final mix. you can actually jump and guard, and
Yeah, Aqua's
the
the
bullet.
only character who can jump and guard.
yeah, Aqua's the only character that could do this. And in Final Mix, if you jump and guard, the bullets will fill up your command gauge.
Yeah.
So now
You
now
noticed in Terra's Vanitas fight, I was doing jump attacks for the exact same reason. On Final Mix, just anything in midair fills up your meter faster. I don't know why.
it's only for Peter Pan because of his trait of that he flies. So
That's what they're going with. Okay.
yeah,
Screw this fight, 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 screw this fight. Okay, explain.
right. So ideally, what's going to happen is Pestilus is going to use 3 Spellweavers when Vanitas dives each time. Not 3 full ones, but he's basically going to use 3 Spellweavers throughout this fight. Every time Vanitas dives, and hopefully he'll
that's
die.
lame.
The main issues stem from he does his dive attack at certain points when wow. So
I very, very nearly died multiple
that
times.
was very lucky.
Oh, well,
So-
okay, never mind.
Oh, you died?
Screw this fight, 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 screw this fight,
Oh, wow.
screw this fight.
Yeah. This fight's very hard to get right. You need to. I can't really explain it, but you need to be wary about where he is, whether he's targeting you or Mickey, or if Mickey's dead or not.
And also,
Basi-
the way you do damage is by using Spellweaver whenever he goes underground. However, you have to be at full health when he goes underground, or you die. Well, you have to
Yeah.
at least not be at 1 HP, or you die.
Yeah, you basically can't be at your once more second chance ratio. You basically have to be up there in health. So
most
you
of the
either
time
want-
when he kills me, it's because he somehow got me below that. Oh, that's not great
Yeah.
RNG. Oh well.
Yeah. So either what will happen now is he'll either go in the middle and do another DM type move, or he'll dive again. But if he does this DM type move, there's not much you can do about it. You basically just have
Okay,
Yeah,
that
jump
wasn't
and spell
terrible.
Yeah.
He made it.
So now he has enough time to throw another couple of Fabras, and then he should dive. Yeah, there we go.
I hate that fight so much.
Yeah, basically the way he dives is basically after a certain number of attacks in his pattern has gone by, or he takes enough damage or hits. So, one death there isn't too bad. It's very common to die to that fight. It's very hard to get correct.
That was still sub 50 within in-game timer without like
yeah,
like with the All Stories route, which is pretty solid.
yeah.
So now the game says, "Oh look, you cleared everything. Do you want to create the super mega save file we didn't tell you at all about?" It's like, "Sure, game, why not?
Yep.
What could
you
possibly go wrong?"
What could possibly go wrong?
Things can go wrong. Things can go wrong.
Yeah, right. So, final episode is actually only 2 boss fights. So we're just gonna go straight into the boss fights. He's already set his deck up to deal with the boss fights. So
Ugh. Yeah. These fights will be 30 seconds each, or I'll be here a while. We'll see what happens.
yeah, these fights aren't the most consistent things in the world.
They aren't the most marathon safe fights in the world.
No, they can be very volatile.
Say hi to Terranord again. Okay, that's bad luck. Come on. There we go. Okay, good. Now do the thing. Great fight. Watch that HP. Perfect. All you're trying to do, lock the shot lock back at him, hope he does it, and then when he
Yep.
does ours, you can just kill
You
him.
can just go in. You can just go in. You can only really do sword bill on him when he's doing Ars Solemn. He'll dodge you every other time. This second fight, there's 2 attacks that he can do, but you want the one where he puts the screen dark because that's the most consistent one for sword builder. Always
Ow.
kill.
Good thing I didn't go in dealing with that.
Oh, did he walk up to you and smack you? Yeah.
Yep. He's really unhappy about how quickly I killed him in phase 1.
Yeah. So basically, Pestis is gonna wait for a slightly safer time to go in, and he's gonna try and go for air combos, starting with Aqua's move from the ground, which does a spinning animation where she hits like 4 times, and it fills up your gauge the most. So
And watch the HP. Not too bad. I just wait for him to do the attack again to be safe, and
yeah. And like in first phase, he can do that attack quite consistently, and then he just dies. Yeah.
And that is final episode, but we're not done yet.
Nope. There's another little segment here.
There's a super secret mega thing that they don't tell you about.
Super ultra gumball mega ultra secret episode.
Yep.
Which you just save over the final episode, save like a man.
I mean, why wouldn't I? It's not like I have 10 profiles of this game, so I can practice every individual thing.
Listen, man, on PS3 I've got a profile for everything, bro. PS4 I don't, but PS3 I did.
So the whole reason that we set up save files for Terra and Ven and not Aqua is because, as you can tell, Aqua's files carry over into these. All of our commands and everything carried over with us from Aqua's story.
Yeah. So basically, we have to do a all stories variation of the Aqua crit route to actually do it correctly.
Okay, I'm going to equip some things that look familiar, and also a fire and a bind. The fire and bind aren't going to do anything, but I want to meld them into an ignite.
Yeah, because we need an extra one for the final boss of this run.
Yep, final boss of this run is something. If you've never seen it before, it's something. Yeah. Say hi to Ghost Drive. I hate Ghost Drive. I don't know how Rebel feels about it, but I hate it.
Right. Ghost Drive is just absolutely terrible in terms of practicality. But
it makes it impossible to see where you're rolling. I hate it.
The teleport animation is pretty cool, though.
It's pretty cool, but I hate that you can't see where you're going.
Yeah, you can't see where you're going.
Look at it. It's cool, but you can't see.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare to control. Also, it takes away the iframes from your cartwheel, so...
Okay, got my Ignite and Leaf Bracer. Now, couple sliding dashes. Couple sliding dashes is because I'm going to attempt to show off a skip. We'll see how that goes. I probably won't get it.
Yeah, the skip's very hard to get.
Skip's unbelievably hard.
Yeah, but it saves doing an entire fight.
It saves over a minute.
Yeah, it saves quite a bit of time.
So it's well worth going for every run, even though you might not get it. You probably won't get it. So the fun thing about Realm of Darkness is we have all these dark portals where all these Heartless come out of. They are actual Heartless, not unversed. But the game just lets you walk past most of them. Game's not exactly picky.
You've only got to kill certain groups of them. If you let them out of this magnet, they absolutely destroy you.
Oh yeah.
You cannot drop your magnet.
You'll actually see how much they destroy me in the next room, more than likely.
Yeah, because it's actually very common to die in the room after this.
Room after this is very tough, but we'll explain why when we get there.
Yeah. Because the good thing about the room that we're currently in, you can pick and choose which waves of enemies you, depending on what platforms you need to spawn. So basically, we only fight the enemies that we need to. We only fight the waves that we pretty much have to fight in order to complete the Realm of Darkness.
Yep. Just going to walk the plank. There are two things over here. The devs didn't think we only had to kill one. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, we just care about this one.
So basically you're meant to spawn both of the platforms, but you don't actually need to. You've only got to spawn one of them because of using double flight and high jump. You can actually jump up there pretty easily.
I was going to say because BBS, but yeah, that too.
And because BBS.
Look, when in doubt, because BBS.
Yeah.
That's the answer to any question you might have. Because BBS.
Because birth by sleep. So if he double flights here, he'll grab the ledge. And usually you're meant to spawn the other platform underneath to give yourself an extra platform to jump. But you can just grab the ledge, like...
Okay. So in this room, all of these dark patches need to be destroyed. And as you can see, there's these new Heartless called Dark Balls, and they're immune to Magnet.
Well,
when are they immune to Magnet? Whenever the heck they want to be immune to Magnet.
Yeah, they aren't actually immune, they just are stupid. And you basically have to,
They cooperated that time.
Yeah, you basically have to just hope that they get caught in Magnet without attacking you.
Yep, I mean, they're not immune to Magnet, but they do whatever they want. Hi, are you going to die? Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Shadows and Neo Shadows are a lot better, so...
Okay, these Dark Balls are nice. Once the Dark Balls are in the Magnet, you're all good. But,
yeah, they're fine. It's just getting them in the Magnet.
Getting them in, they are fickle sometimes. And when they refuse to, they hit you like that.
Yeah, they hit you like a truck, so...
Yeah, it's not fun. I got around it, though, somehow. Okay, let's just heal real quick, and let's set the skip up. This is very hard. I probably won't get it, but...
Yeah.
If I attempt to... It is this platform, right? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, to start the next fight, you kind of have to be inside that little glowing globe. Basically, if you skim around the top of it, by using pause flying, you can get over the top, and it skips having to do the 100 Heartless fight.
It saves like a minute to be able to go over the top.
And now he puts on some ignites in his cures, and then
say hi to the final boss.
Right.
This guy is something. Do you have any better way to explain it?
No, he just goes ham. This is Darkheid. He just goes ham on you. And also he's not actually affected by EXP0, which is why we need to use ignites on him, because he's still affected by ignite. So this is the only way that we can damage him without using save corruption. With save corruption, you can do normal amounts of damage to him.
Okay. After 4 ignites with that weird first-person thing, you get to see that he's just a cute puppy in chains. And yeah, this is where the fight begins.
You're not saying he's a good boy, are you?
He's really not.
And when I say this guy goes ham, I mean this guy goes ham on you.
Oh, yeah.
There is no time where you shouldn't be using cartwheel or ignite, because he will kill you so quickly if you're not doing it.
Yep. The idea is any waking minute I have to ignite successfully, I want to do it, because I never want this ignite to leave him. I want him to be damaged over every second of this fight. And I do have the reason that we got the Fire Bind at the start of this world is to get Leaf Bracer, meaning that my cures won't be interrupted, meaning I can spam it whenever I need to in desperation and heal. Because just about any hit with this guy is going to activate Second Chance once more and put me at 1 HP.
Yeah, everything he has one-shots you, so obviously Second Chance kicks in and then once more will kick in as well. So, pretty much every time he dodges or he can see that he's near the end of an ignite, he'll use another one. There is another. There is a third phase to this fight, and there is a DM that he'll do, where he pulls the rainbows, which he'll be getting to in a minute. So it's after the 4th HP bar. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it is, but he'll do it in a minute. Oh, he curved during the dash attack, dude.
I don't
Going
know
in,
what
bro.
he's doing right now, honestly.
I don't know. He's just
This
going
is the
in,
last
dude.
phase. You access this. We access this on critical mode by beating the game and having Xehanort secret reports. It's different based on difficulty. On Proud, you have to complete one journal, I think. Like, it's different based on the difficulty.
You have to collect all the stickers or something. On standard, you got to complete. You have to 100% the game. On beginner, you can't unlock the secret episode.
Yeah. There are different requirements. Crit's the easiest, because you just need reports.
Crit is just beat the game while fulfilling the requirements for the final episode. Which is obviously collect all Xehanort reports.
So, hopefully this fight goes well. Assuming it does, some quick shoutouts. Gotta shout out Sonic Shadow Silver for everything he's done for this game. Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff you've seen today was him. He routed most of this. So, big shout out to him. Shout out to KH Fan and all his contributions to this game. Shout outs to I Am Grig, who's one of the original Terra runners who actually found the Terranort strat you saw and helped me when I was rerouting a lot of Terra stuff. Anyone else we need to shout out? We already shouted out Nanner earlier in the run. And on last hit, this is time. Time. I don't see the clock, but that's world record. I guarantee you that's world record.
Cool.
We'll have to retime it, but that is world record for a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have to retime it, but that should be world record, yeah. That was a very good run.
What, 3